Happy Saturday to everybody. Hopefully you're having a great weekend. Happy Labor Day weekend. Welcome to Wrestling with Reality. I am John, and of course, joining me as always is my partner, Mr. Richie Reardon. Richie, what is going on, my friend?
Oh, not much, man. First of all, happy Labor Day weekend to you with the Steve Weisers tonight.
Cheers, fellas.
Cheers. You got to have the silver bullet in the house. Dude, I am so stoked tonight. It's been a great weekend already for me personally. I'm already feeling 100% from this COVID stuff. Back on track. Went to a car dealership today, got me a brand new truck.
Beautiful.
So, man, I'm telling you, I'm living the high life right now.
You living the high life while drinking the silver bullet.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Man, I'm glad for you that you picked up a beautiful new ride, man. I really love that new truck of yours.
I really appreciate it,
man. Well deserved for all your hard work. So
thank you, sir.
Congratulations. And everybody out there, hopefully you're doing wonderful. We are glad to be here. A little impromptu show. We both checked out Bash at Berlin today. So we figured, what the hell? Why not get on and shoot the shit for a little bit with everybody? We'll talk a little bit about Bash at Berlin. Maybe we'll talk about some other stuff. Everything. It really doesn't matter tonight. It's all going to be fun, and all is going to be well in the wrestling world tonight. Great to see everybody in the chat so far. Jeremy says, good evening.
What's up, buddy?
Good evening, Jeremy. Sean Fuller says, woo! Woo! On that woo. Did anyone watch NWA 76? I did not, Sean. Maybe you can fill us in if you did.
Nope, so. I need to. It's
amazing how fast WWE is taking a giant wet shit since SummerSlam. This pay-per-view is awful, and every match was so predictable.
Well, we kind of called that,
Yeah. We'll talk about that, Jason, because we both have the same, very similar thoughts on this. So we'll definitely be getting into that in just a little bit, buddy. Mommy and Damien were so lucky. Liv and Dom with the Million Man mustache, every lady's dream man. Dom Mysterio had a night. Dom and Liv should have won. I would agree with that. I didn't give him a proper
intro. We're going to go into that for sure. Yeah.
Hold on. I didn't give Rewind a proper intro.
Rewind.
Here he is. Hold on. Survive if Rewind lets you.
If the Punishment Bowl lets you.
We might have to get him on later.
Left up to the Punishment Bowl.
We might have to hear some stories from about the Punishment Bowl tonight. Who knows?
Yeah, baby.
Maybe we might have to get into that later on. It's kind of like a Saturday night's matinee tonight. We're going to shoot the shit about anything and everything. We're really no format minus talking about Bash at Berlin tonight.
We're drinking beers, chilling with our buds, having a good time.
Absolutely. Sean says, Rich made COVID tap out. Tap.
Sean. I did for the fourth time. I'm the fourth time. I got to go for the fifth. No, I don't want to go for the fifth. I'm a fourth-time COVID.
Rewind says, thanks, congratulations on the new truck, Richie.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Really
absolutely, man. So I'm glad it's good. It's good to hear everybody's having a wonderful weekend so far. Hopefully everybody has the weekend off. If you don't, I hope you get an extra day off next week or however your work does it or whatever. So it's always nice to have weekends off. We almost never get them at my job. We almost never get weekends off like that.
You never get weekends or
like long weekends, excuse me.
Okay.
So most of our team gets stuck working the weekends. Not stuck, but we do it optionally because we love what we do. But we have a lot of events on the weekend. So I bet you each and every one of us at least works one weekend a month.
Yeah, it was crazy. This morning, I got a phone call from a good customer of mine. He's Mongrels president actually out here. It's pretty crazy. He's president of the Arizona chapter out here, the Mongrels MC. He called me early this morning about 5:30. He said he needed an AC unit, so I had to go and deliver one to him. But other than that, I'm not answering the phone to anybody else.
Yeah, you got to do that sometimes. You just got to disassociate from reality, so to speak. Yeah. It's an important thing. So Jeremy says, I saw a post that said they should call Rhea's roll-up pin the Pornhub. It was amazing.
Oh, boy.
That was a beautiful, beautiful pin that she put on Liv Morgan earlier. Sean,
I'm sorry, man.
Sean's working on Monday. I work every Saturday and 2 holidays off. We get off our Christmas and New Year's. Garbage never stops.
The garbage never stops. You're absolutely right.
Come on, where you guys live, is garbage like getting picked up 7 days a week where you live? Because like where I live, it's only 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. The town doesn't work on the weekends. So what is it like for you, Rewind? Do you guys go 7 days a week, 365 days a year, except for 363 then? He said the only ones they get off are Christmas and New Year's.
Wow. You're a hardworking man, Rewind. I'm sure
you've never been to New York City, have you?
Me? No. I will be. That's going to be one of our annual family trips. We're going to come see you soon. So
indeed. If you stay in the city, you'll be blown away. Like you'll see the garbage trucks going all day long and all night long, nonstop. They're just constantly picking it up.
There you go.
It never ends in the bigger cities. Rewind says 6 days, but Saturday is a light day. Gotcha.
Saturday is a light day.
Trash pickup in my neighborhood is every Monday, Jeremy said. Mine is on Thursdays. What about you, Richie?
Trash pickup is Thursdays, every Thursday.
You know, I got some fucking heat, though, with the trash guys, Richie, okay? Rewind. Tell me what this is like here, because I'm sure you're a professional. You're not like this, all right? These fucking assholes on my neighborhood that do my neighborhood have literally destroyed every fucking trash can that I own, okay?
That's not hard to do, though.
Well, let's be realistic about trash cans. You go to the Home Depot and get a shitty trash can, that thing's $50, man.
Oh, you have to provide your own trash can?
Yeah, we have to provide our own trash cans.
Are you serious?
Yeah, 100%. That's totally.
Oh man, our city provides it.
They do for the recycling bins, so I don't give a shit about the recycling bins. I live 2 minutes away from the recycling place, and if they break my bin, I'll go get another one. It's not a big deal. But the fucking trash cans are like fucking $40-$50 a piece at a minimum for them.
Jesus.
I think it was 7 or 8 maybe I had when I moved in here 6 years ago. I am literally down to my last 2, and they're both busted and broken.
I hope you can claim those on taxes or something.
They don't fucking call you back.
That's such bullshit.
Oh, it's terrible. You call the town supervisor, they don't call you back. They don't give a shit. I go out in the morning sometimes when they're when they're doing it. I just go watch them so they don't try to break my shit even more.
You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to do that shit.
They'll put the damn can down when you're watching. So it's like you get tired of pissing money away on stuff.
Absolutely.
Fucking people. I know Rewind doesn't do that though. That's a man of integrity.
Absolutely. Unless it's with the punishment bowl.
Yeah, that's a whole different ballgame though. Yeah, whole different ballgame. Sean says he burns the recycling. I usually do too, Sean, when we have fires as well. You got to be like Smokey on Friday and take the belt to them. I'm not going to do that. That might be in Rebrin's punishment bowl.
I was going to say that's you're swatting the punishment.
Yeah, that might be in the punishment bowl Rewind there. So I don't know. We'd have to ask him. Is that something that's in the punishment bowl Rewind?
Jesus.
We supply them, but you got to put a deposit down. He said, all right, fair enough. But if you guys break them, they're getting a new one.
Yeah,
you know?
Absolutely.
We deviated fast into talking about trash. Sorry,
the dumpster drowsy here on Wrestling with Reality.
Years ago, remember?
Yeah.
We had Duke on. Nice guy too.
Yeah, good guy, but nice guy.
Very nice, very nice. Mike's a good dude, man. He is. He's a good dude. But irregardless of that, Bash at the Beach. Bash in Berlin.
The silver bullets are already hitting, baby.
I'm a light drinker anyway, so. But
right.
Bash in Berlin.
I wish it was Bash at the Beach.
I do too. I wish we had a little old school WCW coming on here. Bash in Berlin though tonight. I got to give the Germany fans credit, man. They were fucking loud.
I'm telling you, man. I was shocked too. They had that fan meter where you could sit there and watch how loud they got.
Mm-hmm.
Telling you, they got loud at some points.
Yeah, the chants they were doing. I don't speak German and shit, but they were trying to translate.
They definitely didn't like Dominic Mysterio,
bro. How could a place not cheer a hero
like total
that?
Heresy.
It's just bullshit, man.
It is.
It's
guy's
terrible.
Living his best life from sea to shining sea, and you're gonna say fuck Dom. No.
Dom deserves way better than the treatment he got in Berlin.
Yeah. Just because he likes chicken tendies and y'all don't believe in that over there.
Leave him alone for that. I mean, come on. They should have showed some damn respect for him. But, this is a hell of a crowd, It was a hell of a crowd tonight. I give them a lot of credit. I think that the show was paced well in regards to that it wasn't very long. It was just right under 3 hours, if I remember correctly. I don't watch pre-shows, so that's not going to happen. But I thought they paced it really well for the most part. It was just a predictable show, and everything that you predicted that would happen happened. Everybody knew it. All of us did.
So, the fact is, we knew it was going to be a throwaway show. It's not one of their main shows. They weren't going to really have any changes that were going to affect anything heading towards Mania. And we knew that, right? We knew that. That's how they do that year round. They have their throwaway PLEs, and they have their main ones where they make a few changes to the plot a little bit. Yeah.
I think they missed out on a few opportunities in this show that we're going to talk about tonight. Let me get to a couple of questions here. Welcome to all the people checking it out on Facebook and YouTube too right now. We got a lot of people on both platforms right now that are checking it out live.
Nice.
So welcome. Great to see you coming
everybody.
out. If you're a
Thank
first-time watcher, please make sure you subscribe to the page. We're here multiple times a week. So
And don't forget,
everybody.
at the end of the show, usually we go into overdrive and y'all get to come on, and it's very interactive. So stay tuned. You'll have your chance to come on and, chat your stuff in the comments. Absolutely.
It's nice to see a lot of people out on YouTube and Facebook right now this late at night. So thanks, guys, for coming out. Rewind says, yeah, we have people who only deliver containers. We have millions of them. All right. Wow. You know what grinds my gears? Richie and myself burning up in our states, and John's wearing a hoodie, shaking my head.
Dude, you ain't lying about that. It is. Well, you know what? I got to say, Arizona's finally cooling down. We have a cold front, ladies and gentlemen. It is 94 degrees at, what time is it right now? 8 o'clock? 8 o'clock. It's usually 106 out right now. So
it's 54 degrees, I think, here right now.
I'm a little chilly.
Yeah, I think it's 54 right now. I'm feeling
poor
perfect.
Bastard.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty perfect right now here with this New York weather. So I love sweatshirt weather. Rewind says, I fucking love Dom and his future ex-wife Liv. They are the best thing in WWE.
I like how you said future ex-wife. It's totally true. She's a Hooters chick.
It's coming. Yeah, Jason says, just to make money. Fuck Shocker. Greetings from Brisbane, Queensland,
If Australia. I had a shoe, I would be drinking this out of it, buddy.
There you go.
In your
honor.
The
collection plate at the end of the show. Aussie. Blackjack Laza.
Oi.
Yeah, that's the nickname. I think Sean gave it to him on the last couple streams. Yep. He said Blackjack Laza. I like that name for him.
That's going to stick.
It's a good nickname for him, Blackjack Laza. So, Blackjack Laza. Well, like we said, it was a predictable show. I mean, the matches were all serviceable. I don't think anything was complete slop in regards to the matches. It was just a very lazily booked show. It was predictable. There was no surprises really to anything. We get it. It was a cash grab, 100%.
Yeah.
Germany, I think they said it was like the highest grossing attendance, there in that arena or some shit like that. I'm so sick of these companies like doing that. It's like AEW tries to do it for the Wembley show to look like they're the largest attended show ever. Now WWE is like bragging about their gates and shit. And it's like, come on, you guys are all rich. We get it. Leave us alone.
Yeah. I mean, it's
a petty back and forth.
It is a petty back and forth, but you know what? It is needed a little bit. You got to flex on that a little bit, because a lot of people were hating on WWE for a good while about attendance. A lot of people were hating on AEW for that. So when you do have your strong showings, it's okay to mention it, I feel like. Just don't mention it too much.
That's my problem with them is they do it all the time now, both of them. It's like, leave it be. We get it.
Like, right? I like when they do it at WrestleMania. I like when they do it at Royal Rumble. Do it at your
All In,
shows.
I can see you doing it.
All
Great.
In.
Maybe another big one you do, Double or Nothing or something. But not
it's
every
okay to flex
show.
on your achievements a little bit, but not every show.
Did Dom remind you of La Parka tonight? Good pickup, Rewind. It actually kind of did, man. He had some very similar colors to him. So good pickup there. Haiti and Georgia. Oi, oi, oi. All right, let's get to the first match, though. They kicked the card off tonight. Really quick, I got to say this about their production value on this show. Holy shit, man. It is.
Yeah, they knocked it out of the park.
Wow. Just leaps and bounds above anybody else in this business. And I know they've had a hell of a head start in regards to it. I would put their production value up against anything in the world. All major
sports. Probably would too.
I might even go as far as to say their production value might even be better than like the NFL's and stuff. So
yeah. Well, that's not really I think UFC puts on the best production as far as any sport.
Okay.
That's just my opinion, but WWE and UFC is going to the Sphere soon, so we'll see how they up the game on that.
That's going to be sick.
That's one thing I wanted to talk to you about. If maybe we can pull something together where we can watch that, maybe talk about it and stuff on here, but we'll get to that later.
Sure.
But yeah, I think that's going to knock it out of the park for all sports and set a different tier to another level. But this show, bar none, man. They knocked it out of the park.
I thought the coolest moment from their production crew is, if anybody didn't notice it, go back and watch it. Just check it out. It'll take you 2 minutes or so, 3 minutes. Go watch how they did Randy Orton's entrance. And his entrance, the camera work on it was just brilliant. You felt like you were right in place with it. Gunther's too was really cool, the way they did Gunther's. And I know they always do a great job on it. I just really noticed differences in how they're doing their camera angles and how they're producing certain shots. It's very genius level. Like, I'm not a pro in that stuff. I can't tell you what they're doing. That's not my specialty. But as somebody that's watched this product forever, I can tell you it's just amazing to see. and you can see the great stuff they're doing on production.
So I have a question, and I know this is a stupid question, and I do a wrestling podcast, and I should know this. I wasn't religiously watching wrestling. I definitely wasn't watching wrestling during NXT and stuff like that. Is Walter Gunther?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's Gunther.
Okay. Because when I looked at a picture of Walter versus what Gunther looks like now,
it's insane.
He was a meatwad.
Yeah. That was like that was like part of the allure of Walter and how he became famous. Like Walter had been on the scene for years out in Germany, England, all around that area. And he kind of got discovered in a match really big by the mainstream that he actually did with, ironically enough, was PCO at a Joey Janela's Spring Break. It's a classic if you watch this match, bro. It's about 20 minutes long. And I'll tell you, just look up Walter versus PCO if you guys want to see it.
I guess I'll give Jelly the rub.
Well, it's his card that he was doing with GCW. So, sorry, my kids just got home if you hear the dogs barking.
It's okay.
But if you watch this match with Walter and PCO, these two beat the fucking shit out of each other. And it was like poetic justice and just the way that they were doing things. So that's where I became familiar with the guy. He was a porker. He was a meatball, like you said. He was huge. And then a few years back, you see him take it seriously. He gets in shape.
I bet you if Keith Lee would have followed suit, he probably would have been a more impactful player too.
Could have been, could have been. I'll say this about Walter. He just screamed. Well, we'll go to him at the end. We'll come back to him.
Yeah.
We'll come back to him at the end because we're going to talk about that. It's the main event. But the kickoff show, first show on the card tonight was the Undisputed Championship. It was Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens. I could not get invested into this, Richie. If Kevin Owens is saying I don't deserve a shot, I haven't won anything, I don't deserve it. Why am I going to be invested that something big is going to happen? That he doesn't believe he deserves a match. Why am I going to care about watching him in this match?
I'm going to tell you what, man, and Kevin Owens, I'm a huge fan of. So don't get me wrong by saying this. I think he's a great talent. I think he's got a great promo. I think he's the total package. But one thing that I've seen him slack on lately, he looks like shit.
Yeah.
I mean, his body, and I'm not a bodybuilder or anything like that, but I'm also not trying to portray one on TV, a professional wrestler. Whenever he gets injured and he comes back, it seems like he hits the gym really hard and he looks good. He looks like a ball of shit right now.
He was so chunky today that when he was waiting on the thing when he was sitting down, and he wears those big baggy shirts anyways, you can see his big belly hanging out over it.
He had a dicky do. He had his
dicky do.
Dude.
Total dicky do.
His gut hung out further than his dicky do. I mean,
and I like Kevin Owens too as a performer. I like his promos. I think he's an all-around great talent.
But he looks like shit, and
he just doesn't take it fucking serious.
Not only did he look like shit, but he looked like he was getting gassed, like heavily gassed.
Yeah.
I mean, when Cody Rhodes was picking him up for his finisher, he was hardly able to push himself up. Cody had to yank his ass up to get him into the crossroads.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the match was really good for the most part. It was a good match. I really do think it was a good match. I just couldn't be invested in it when the guy didn't even believe in himself. And like you said, he just comes out looking like a schlub, And
it's not just that. Like, there was points in the match where it was like, okay, you just were given two crossroads.
Yeah.
One after the other. Okay. And then you totally pull out of that and you pull a stunner off and no sell it like it's nothing.
Yeah.
I don't understand. It's like Cody Rhodes has taken his finisher and watered it down to the point where he has to do three of them.
I was just going to say the same thing. Every time you're seeing him, he's to beat somebody, he's got to hit him with three finishers in a row.
I don't understand it.
It just cheapens your friggin' thing. Like if you see Randy Orton, the big difference is most people never kick out a one RKO. Most. I'm not saying nobody does, but everybody kicks out of this one, or he knows he's got to hit three of them for a finisher.
It's like it reminds me of a Kenny Omega match.
Yeah.
He's got to hit you with 10 V triggers. He's got to hit you with the
14 angels wings or whatever.
Yeah, whatever, one winged angel.
Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me on that. It's never been kicked out of, apparently, or maybe one person.
I don't get it.
It's devastating.
I've never been a false finish guy where it's like over and over and over again. You do it 1-2 times, okay, but the whole freaking match, I don't get it.
It's like when Jake would hit the DDT on you. You knew it was lights out. It was lights out.
DDP when you hit the diamond cutter, you're done.
Lights out.
out of nowhere.
Hogan, big boot move, almost
Leg
always lights
drop.
out. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, of course, like I said earlier, there's occasions that people kick out of them. Great,
It's called
not
a
all the
finisher
time.
for a reason.
Yeah, not all the time. But overall, solid match here.
Not bad.
Predictable as hell. No disrespect to either performer. They did a great job.
We
It just
knew
wasn't going to be
KO
the.
wasn't going to win. You
Yeah,
know?
we all did. We knew it was just a way to kind of keep it going. They didn't do a heel turn at the end, so maybe they're not going to go down that route. Maybe they revisit it. I don't know. They got to have something for Cody to do till Survivor Series time frame. So we'll see. Yeah, Rand said KO phoned it in on this one. I
Yeah, he
think
did.
maybe a little bit too. Hidden Gem has an independent match. Orange Cassidy as Walter. Wow. Okay. Fair enough. Owens Cody as the opener. Why make that a co-main event?
See, okay, Sean, I agree with you here because you know what? When I was a younger wrestling fan, that's how it was. You know, they would do the more important matches would be at the end. You can't take Cody Rhodes, which is your most important story right now, supposedly, and put him in the opening match. It doesn't make sense to me. It takes some of the shine away.
The only reason it makes sense for this is because they want the shine at the end of the pay-per-view to go to the hometown hero Gunther. Okay.
I get it, but you can still have that as a main event, but put this as your co-main.
Well, I think it was always looked at as a co-main event, but they've done co-main events as openers before too. So it has happened in the past. It's just not as prevalent as you know.
I'm just saying, traditionally speaking, your championship matches go last. Those are your top guys. They deserve that spot.
They just didn't want any of the rub or the energy being stolen from the final match with Gunther and Randy Orton. So that's why they moved it to the beginning, because they didn't want any shot. They knew that Cody and KO were going to put on a good match. They didn't want anything to pull away from that main event. They wanted Walter and Randy Orton, for that matter, too, to get all the rub in this. That's why I think they put it on first. Like, they've done it at WrestleMania before with Daniel Bryan and Sheamus, if you remember back in the day. Maybe a few more times they might have done it. I could be wrong, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, where do you think Cody goes from here? Does he continue this feud with Owens another time, or are we finally going to get something that means something for his character outside of the bloodline? I mean,
with Cody, we're going to get throwaway matches until they're ready to pair him up with Jacob Fatu, until they're ready to pair him up with Roman Reigns and The Rock. We're going to get throwaway matches. It's just the reality of the situation.
Kevin Owens is becoming Neil the Seal. John knows what I'm talking about. I sent him the video. That fucking video is hilarious, Lawrence. If you guys want to look up something hilarious on YouTube, just type in Neil the Seal. It's great. It's about this amazing seal in Tasmania. So hilarious shit. Just gonna throw that out there. Neil the Seal. You'll love it if you watch it. Laza sent it to me a couple days ago. It's fucking hilarious. Jude the dude, what's going on, brother? How are you?
He's here.
He is here. The man with the greatest beard in the
He's in the room.
He is here.
That beard's always in the room first, though.
Santa. Heat Wave. Defend that Mike Awesome as an open match or sit as an open match with the world title. All right. Saw that you've been saying about Kevin Owens. Think he's going to AEW. Yeah, that's something to look at, because his contract apparently is up in a couple months, right?
Yep.
So I don't know.
I don't think the payday is going to be as good for Kevin Owens. I don't think they'll Mercedes Monet him over there.
Yeah. Save your thoughts on this, guys, for the end. Maybe this will be
touch on that later.
Yeah, maybe when we go into overtime, this will be a good discussion for everybody. If Kevin Owens stays or if he goes, and what do you think it might look like? So, could be a topic that we can discuss at the end. Rewind says one of my biggest pet peeves in wrestling is people kicking out of finishes. Since I started watching wrestling again, I feel like it happens a lot more than it used to. It drives me crazy.
Absolutely. The evolution of the finisher has been ridiculous. You got to hit them with 10 of them before you can end the match.
Yeah. Well, we'll see where they go. I mean, I think Cody's championship has just been lackluster at best, but no disrespect to the performer.
We kind of called it. It's like when a guy like that, when you finish the story like Daniel Bryan or Kofi Mania, what do you do?
We said it freaking like months before WrestleMania this year. Last year when people were, upset that Cody lost and didn't win. Like, the reason they didn't do that, folks, was for this reason right here, man. Like, they wanted to drag this out longer and make more money off of it and find a way, because they knew as soon as Cody would win, it was just about done. So, I don't know. We'll see where Cody goes next. So, who knows? The American Nightmare. He's going to finish his new story.
His new story.
All right, next match was the WWE Women's Tag Championships. It was the Unholy Union, Alba Fire, and Isla Dawn versus Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. What do you think of this match, bro?
I think Jade Cargill is good and everything like that, but you're definitely starting to see why they have her in tag team matches.
Yep.
I don't think she has the full thing figured out yet. You know what I mean?
They're protecting her hardcore.
They're protecting her hardcore, but I think they're doing it for a reason. There's something they're seeing that she doesn't have the full package yet. What about you?
Where do you think she's lacking on it?
To be honest with you, I think it's her selling. She gets up pretty quickly for many of the moves.
Interesting. What do you think that's because they want her to be billed as this dominant, force and this big, lot larger than life?
I don't think she knows how to sell.
Gotcha. I don't think I've seen a lot of improvement in her in-ring work since she's been there. A little bit maybe, but yeah. I mean, they paired her up with a good partner to learn from because Bianca kind of was in the same
women's division for a while.
Well, she has the last few years for sure. She's been probably the biggest mainstay, and one of the most popular people in it. But I think they paired her up with Bianca for a reason because a lot of people don't remember when Bianca started in NXT, she sucked. She was terrible. And they tried to push her to the moon and she fell flat on her fucking face. And
sure did.
with all the respect in the world to her, she didn't quit, man. And she went out there and she put the work and effort in. And slowly she transformed herself into one of the best workers in the women's division in probably all the world, for what most people think. And then she's a huge mainstream star that people love now. She's endearing to the fans. I think they paired her up with Jade so she could learn from Bianca because I think they know Bianca overcame that same adversity.
It's a good possibility.
Yeah. And I think she'll get better. I really do. Not ready to be a champ yet, but I think she'll get better.
I don't think she'll be around long enough to get better.
You think they'll cut her in about a year or so?
I don't think they'll cut her. I think that she's in and out. I don't think she's in it for the long haul. She's stated it many times that she's trying to get her money up and she's going to leave. She's not a the boyhood dream type, Shawn Michaels, like that wasn't her. She wasn't a wrestling fan. She wasn't this wasn't her lifelong dream or anything. So it's just a money opportunity to her, which is fine. That's great. If you got the athletic body and you can do it and everything like that, more power to you. I just don't see her being around long. I really don't.
Gotcha. Fair enough. Very well could happen. Look at Gable Stevenson, Olympic wrestler.
I personally think that the best thing WWE could do to get her trained right, and this is just my opinion, is you have her in NXT and you kind of put her with this TNA feud. You trade her for Jordan Grace.
I like that idea. I thought she should have been brought down there originally, to be honest with you, just to get some time in. And I know she's working down there, but it's a less stress environment, and you could really have gotten her tremendously over in different ways slowly.
Jordan Grace has the package now.
Now she does.
Jade Cargill needs the training.
Yeah, and she could get it. And guarantee you she's an athlete. She could turn it around in there. But maybe she'll turn it around on her own in the ring. I mean, she's not getting worse, but, she's an attraction to me. She's somebody that should be an attraction. But I get why they're putting her with Bianca, and I think Bianca will rub off on her a lot in the long run. So Jude says Bianca's on the back burner because of Jade. Yeah.
And it's sad. It's real sad, actually, because Bianca's very talented now.
I was surprised they didn't go the heel turn already in this match and they gave him belts again. So Rand says Jade versus EST at WrestleMania 41 is all set in stone. It'll be a match leading back to the Daytona racetrack. Okay. I could see that with a match of them at WrestleMania.
Sure.
And it's like Jude always says, and when, he's big on this, slow burn, slow it down.
Slow burn.
We can build this. It doesn't have to be, torn down already with these two characters.
The self-gratification right now stuff.
Yeah.
We don't need that. That's bad for wrestling.
Shout out to the other two ladies in this match. I'm a fan of both of these girls. I liked Kaylee Ray when she was in NXT under that name, but she's under Alba Fire now, and then Isis Dawn or Isis, however they say it. I'm sorry, or Isla. I'm sorry if I said it wrong there, but both of these young ladies have a really, really good upside to them. Good in-ring workers. They can generate some good heat. I think they got a good upside to them. I think Kaylee Ray is the one to me that really comes off as somebody that could be a champ for a while. She was the NXT women's European or women's champ for a while in Europe. Had a good run, came over here. I like what I see from them, and I think both of them have a very bright future. But I'm not really too sure why they put the belts back on these two already. Still, I think they should let these two hold on to it for a while longer. What say you?
I don't think that this is the last of this feud. I think they'll be going back and forth a little bit, so I think you'll see the title change again. I don't know how long it'll be, but it was a good, solid match. I like Alba Fire a lot. I think she's got a good upside to her. I don't know much about the other one. This is actually one of the first matches I've seen with them, so I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I used to knock on the women's tag team division a lot, but they've come a long way, man.
Yep. Build the
story.
Slow burn storytelling, no doubt about it. Like Camille was the Nick Aldis in the NWA. Okay. Saw a new return of a TNA woman in NXT. Yeah, they had a lot of them, Javier, for sure. They've had a lot of them over that. That's been a very mutually beneficial relationship with TNA and the WWE.
They are doing it right.
Oh, they're doing it great. Did you like that Joe Hendry and Hardy Boy entrance that he did?
Dude, did I send that to you?
I don't know if I sent it to you or you sent it to me, but
I don't know, one or the other. But it was phenomenal, and it was hilarious.
I was dying at it, man. What charisma that dude has. And then gotta love the Hardy Boys, man. No matter what trials and tribulations they've had, two of the all-time greats.
It's unfortunate because I'll say this, like Joe Hendry's going to be big in NXT, but the second he hits the main roster, I think he'll fizzle out. I hate to say that because I think he's a great act and everything like that, but those characters never last in WWE.
We'll see. It could happen and it couldn't. Very good chance what you're saying is true. Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with him.
Sure.
It's going to be, but
and
I don't have any illusion he's going to be the world champion anytime soon.
No. Well, I think the thing that's going to cripple him the most is he wasn't built in WWE. And a lot of times when you see those characters, they're built in a different show. They never use them properly.
You know what the funny thing about Joe is? Yeah, he definitely had, certain places he traveled through throughout the years. He was the one that built himself, though, because he's the one that stepped out of the box for all these years doing these things. Very creative guy, which I really, really do enjoy about him. I mean, and it's nice to see that he's getting that mainstream attention right now.
Sure.
I guess they got the NXT show tomorrow, No Mercy or something. I think it is tomorrow. Rand said they got one tomorrow. I'm not sure anybody who's on it. I don't really follow much NXT, so
me neither.
Yeah, nothing against them. I just don't follow it. It's never anything I'm really been interested in. So might be a fun show tomorrow. I'm sure they'll do a great job.
Jordan Grace, you are 1,000,000% right here.
With Jordan Grace outshining everybody.
Yes, Jude is spot on the money here.
Haven't seen a ton of her stuff. What I've seen, she's pretty damn good.
She's great.
Yeah, she's pretty damn good. What I've seen.
Yeah.
Do you still watch TNA?
Is up her ass. What?
Do you still watch TNA ever?
I have the membership where you can watch the library and stuff because I miss the Asylum years is what I really like to watch.
Yeah.
But I try to catch it every now and then. If there's nothing else on, I'll pop it on and give them a view.
Okay, fair enough. I can't wait for NXT's No Mercy. Awesome, Javier.
Right on, dude.
Sean says JBL was in a TNA ring recently. Let's say
JBL
this about
JBL is everywhere.
That's what I was just gonna say. Let's just say this about JBL. Today. He is the wrestling god for a reason.
Yeah.
Is there anywhere he hasn't been lately?
Dude, he was in OVW today. He was in TNA. He was in
Mexico.
AAA.
Yep.
He's all over the place. And you know what?
GCW.
GCW, with some insider news, he's actually an investor now in AAA wrestling. He's putting a shitload of money into their production.
Wow.
So now he is part owner of AAA. He's talking about investing into TNA now. So JBL is definitely, I don't know if he's bored. I don't know what the deal is with him, but JBL's making a little bit of a comeback here.
It's great to see the wrestling god doing.
I would like him to go back to commentary in TNA.
I'd like him to go back to commentary in general. I thought he was tremendous on it.
Yeah, I did. Oh, that's the thing I wanted to touch on tonight. I love Michael Cole. Wade Barrett, I don't know so much about as far as I didn't really like his commentary.
For Wade Barrett?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's hit on the commentary at the end of the show because they're doing a switch up again over there, so we can talk about that in overtime for sure. Joe Henry's going to get the belt tomorrow. Who has more DUIs, the Hardys or the Usos?
Oh, the Usos.
I think the Hardys got him, bro.
There's more drug raids on the Hardys. There's definitely more DUIs on the Usos.
I'm gonna go. Somebody look this up if you got time. I think the Hardys got.
I think Jeff Hardy's had 3. I think Jimmy's had
2.
4. He's
had like 2 or 3.
Maybe both of them together have had like 4.
If we include both Hardys and both Usos, I'm going to Hardys by a landslide.
Okay. Well, they've been around a lot longer, so it's not really a fair assessment.
They're not too much longer.
Are you joking?
A little bit longer.
They were jobbing to Razor Ramon
in the late 90s, but the Usos started. I think they
were kids back then, bro.
I think they broke into the business in the early 2000s. So I think that's
when they made it big in the 2000s.
Okay. Well, we'll see
who has more. Since the early
Somebody give us the stat on this. Who has more DUIs? I'm going Hardys. Who are you going with?
I'll go Usos. I'll go Usos.
All right.
I will challenge you a chug.
All right. Fair enough.
Whoever gets this right.
Okay. Fair enough. Whoever can look it up. We respect your honesty. So you'll be the determining factor on it. Let's see. Let me go down the list. Jordan has the look and the skill in the ring. She's dedicated to improving as well. Yeah, you can see she really loves her craft too, Jude. That she really is going to do something. I think her contract's up to at the end of this year. Grace reminds me of
good
next
comparison.
Evolution.
It's a great comparison.
When is JBO going to win the 24/7 title? It's out there somewhere. God. So it's out there somewhere, Lawrence.
R-Truth run.
Thank God none of the Usos are deciding to have a singing career like Jeff Hardy. Oh my God.
Jeff Hardy shouldn't even have a singing career.
What? No. And I'm the worst singer in the world, bro.
Dude.
What the fuck is going on with that? And this guy plays concerts and people actually fucking watch him.
I was sitting there listening to it, and I love Alice in Chains, but Jeff Hardy singing it, I definitely do not love.
What in the flipping fuck is he thinking when he does it? That'd be like me or you trying to grab a fucking mic and start going at it and just thinking.
I mean, I'll do karaoke as long as I'm drunk and intoxicated.
Sure.
But Jeff Hardy's probably drunk and intoxicated when he does it. But good, that nonetheless, like people actually pay to see him. Did you just say he does concerts?
He does.
People pay to see that.
People pay to see that, literally. I think he does a one-man show, and I think he has like a backup ensemble, but he does do concerts from time to time. God. Pretty crazy, right?
He needs to stay doing motocross and art and wrestling. It's okay to have the holy trinity of talent. You don't need a fourth one.
Oh, Lord, I love it. I love it. All right, let's move on the card here. So not a bad match for the ladies. Mixed tag. Moving on. CM Punk, Drew McIntyre. What did you think of this one? Anything stand out on you for this one?
So I didn't get to see this. I was at the dealership. I was watching it on TikTok. There was a guy that was streaming it. So unfortunately, I didn't get to see this match. But from the highlights that I read, it sounded pretty good. It was totally predictable in the fact that CM Punk was obviously going to go over. He's saying that he's done with Drew McIntyre. I don't buy that. I think there's going to be a rubber match. And then I think they will push him into the title picture.
Yeah, I agree.
He'll win the Rumble this year. I think CM Punk's a shoe-in for the Rumble.
I don't know if he wins the Rumble, but I definitely think he's going to be in the title picture soon enough. I think the payoff to this is going to be at Bad Blood for them. I think they're going to have a dog collar match. I don't know why. I admit the Larry shit with the bracelet. I think they're going to do a dog collar match for it potentially. But
do you want to see that? Because CM Punk is injury prone. I see this being bad for him. I really do if it's a dog collar match.
All right, hold on here. We got an update on the DUI situation here.
Okay, who's chugging the beer? I'm not chugging a whole beer, but I will take a big chug.
All right, Jude said Jimmy's had 4 DUIs, and he said Jeff has had 3 DUIs and Matt has had 2. So the winner
by 1. Yeah, but per capita. I'm just kidding.
Oh shit! Hold on, we got a tie.
Yes.
Jay has 1 too.
Chug.
5 and
we
5.
Both got a chug.
All right. When we go to overtime, we'll do a shotgun contest.
Okay. All right.
We'll have a chugging contest at the end. How's that sound?
Okay. All right.
Fair enough. Fucking tie. Bullshit.
Hey, it's okay. I like ties.
You know what's the funniest thing is me and you always have this, like, when we go to actually compete on these things on the show, we're both so fucking, like, this is like truly behind the scenes, guys. Like, we are exactly this way, even when we're outside. Like, like we are competitive and shit talking one another before like the trivia contest, and Richie's sending fucking videos and digs at me and gifts and shit.
Yep.
We're competitive on everything.
Yeah.
So
it's the military in us, though.
I'm going to competitively kick your ass.
It's his Air Force and me in the Army.
I'm going to
say Air Force out loud. I'm sorry.
Oh boy, it's all right. I'll let you slide.
You were actually Air Force though. You actually did work for your job. So.
I did. Well, I'm going to beat your ass in the chugging contest. What was that? What was that, buddy?
I said you weren't a pencil pusher. You earned your stripes.
No, definitely wasn't. Not at all. Not till the end, at least. So, well, we're gonna have a shotgunning competition or a chugging competition at the end and see who does it. So,
absolutely.
Good pickups, guys. I know a couple of other people put it out there as well. Everybody that put that out there, I appreciate the insight. Now you get to see a chugging contest at the end. Punk McIntyre been getting great interest with their feuds. For a lot of people, it's been they've said it's their favorite feud of the year. So they've done a great job. They're gonna have to pay up soon.
Even better than the Bloodline. That's crazy.
Jeez. Jason says, "Don't worry, Jay will see this, and he's gonna get one for the title."
Yes.
Are we ready to lose at fantasy football? Speaking of competitive, Jude said.
Damn, Jude, you're shots at me. I've never played in fantasy football. You're probably gonna whoop my ass.
Well, I play every year, and I think even though he's got the greatest beard in the IWC, I think we're gonna have to chop that shit off like we're gonna chop his beard off. Because let me tell you.
All right, Jude, I'll grow one out for you.
We're taking you out, Jude. It's gonna happen this year.
I'm gonna use touch of gray in reverse in my beard in your honor.
Drew wins Money in the Bank or Royal Rumble this year, or CM Punk reverse. Interesting.
I think
winner has to belch after chugging. All right, fair enough.
I'm not chugging the whole beer, man. I got acid reflux, so fuck that. I'll chug what's left in it.
What a punk.
All right, I'll fucking do it. God damn it.
What a fucking bitch.
All right.
Yeah. Wow.
Now you're gonna fire the shot. Okay.
I'm gonna fire those shots. I don't even drink alcohol, but you know me about once in a great occasion. You're telling me you're gonna have this big thing, and when we go to Vegas, we're gonna do this shit up in a couple weeks. Then I can't chug a beer. I got fucking acid reflux.
Okay. All right.
I'll be burping too much tonight. Fucking pussy.
Okay.
Can't believe you said that.
All right.
Even Jude says it. Don't be a pussy, Rich.
Okay. We'll do it.
Back to Bash at Berlin. Oh, this is a fun show tonight.
Rewind's still in here. He's been quiet tonight.
Where are you, Rewind? Come on.
What the fuck, Rewind?
I think Jeremy might have fallen asleep too. So we're doing this extra late tonight, but this is fun. A little masterpiece theater here tonight.
Yeah.
All right, next match: the Terror Twins, Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley versus my hero.
Terror Twins.
Yeah, my hero. He's your hero. He's everybody's hero. Dirty Dom Mysterio and his beautiful girlfriend.
I've nicknamed him Dirty Dom Con Mysterio.
Yep. He got fucked tonight again. How dare they do this to him?
They were saying fuck Dom the whole match. Well, fuck Berlin.
I'm hearing
Dom's the goat. Dom's the goat.
He is. He got fucked tonight. What? This is like my biggest gripe of the night here in this match. So you have all of the Judgment Day come out, and you essentially did a 5-on-2, and you still can't fucking beat them?
Yeah.
5 guys. 5 guys on 1 guy and 1 girl. And you're not going to give them the upper hand in this?
Right.
Really? What the hell did Dom do to deserve this discrimination against him?
Yeah.
He should have won.
I think Damian Priest is the drizzling shits anyways.
Oh, fucking.
I hate watching him run. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh. He's like watching flies fuck, man.
Dude. Yeah. And that's even more entertaining.
I just don't see the fucking allure with this guy and why people put him over.
No, I really wanted to see Dominic go over in this. I thought it would have been more entertaining. Because eventually I wanted it to set up a match, Rhea Ripley versus Dom. I think that would have been cool. Kind of like a China versus Jeff Jarrett situation, but I don't think we're going to get that, unfortunately.
Rewind has to
put his pants on. Rewind, your pants are off?
They're always going to eat his shit up, Jude, but if you're ever going to push him to the next level, you got to start giving this guy some big wins, Yeah, he's going to get tons of heat, but if he's never winning, you're never going to believe it. You know what's interesting?
X-Pac heat, dude.
Dude gets some of the worst heat I've ever seen in a good way.
Nuclear heat.
They hate him.
They need to start fuck Dom the whole match.
Yeah, They need to start giving this guy some fucking wins against.
They were saying fuck Dom so much that WWE couldn't even mute it because it would have been the whole match.
They hate him.
They hate him.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Run with it. Build this guy into world championship material.
Roddy Piper heat, dude.
Yeah. Like, you can build this guy in a year and a half into a main event player if you just do it this way.
Yeah, yeah.
Judgment Day needs some fucking big man, too, because with those 5 in there, I don't believe any of them can win at any point.
Fucking Carlito, man. Like, why do they have him in this?
And J.D. McDonough, the guy with the big head.
I understand. At least he's been there the whole time. Carlito came out of nowhere. Like, hold on. I said I'm going to do it. I'll redeem myself.
All right.
I'll do it.
There we go. Best match on the card of yelling at the TV. Dom and Liv are my favorite thing in wrestling. And yes, Dom got fucked. The problem is Hunter.
I think Dom's your favorite just because his name is Dom. And you like going to DomCon.
Is that true, Rewind?
I'm pretty sure.
All right. Problem is Hunter had a hard on for after Priest won the title and the writing was on the wall. Yeah. He could have gained a lot from beating an ex-world champion here, even in a mixed tag match. And you could have kept Priest being strong because he could have got screwed somehow with with the numbers advantage. Start giving Dom some more marquee wins, and you can really build this guy up into a main event player in a couple years.
Sure,
it's got to be done. When Jack Perry got the belt, it'll be the same time that WWE pushes Dirty down to the moon. Well,
it's going to be a while.
Yeah, it'll be a bit. Why did Mommy doesn't hug Dom in the corner? What the fuck did Dom ever do to her? What?
Right?
She
misunderstood that she even got to be with that dude.
Yeah, misunderstood. 100% misunderstood. All right, so that's the winners of that one. Rhea and Damian, won this one, and I don't know. It's going to continue on for a while longer, I would assume. Did you like Liv Morgan before she was with Dominic Mysterio?
I liked Liv Morgan back when she was on Suicide Squad.
Okay.
I've been a fan of hers for a while.
She was one of my least favorite women's wrestlers in all of wrestling. I hated her in the beginning.
Really?
Thought she was terrible. Nothing I liked about her whatsoever.
Yeah.
The allure of Dom has rubbed off on her because she's just the cat's meow in my book now. She's one of the hottest women in wrestling. She's great in the ring. She gets great heat. She's doing a great shit. She has really turned it around for me with her. I really enjoy Liv Morgan's work and continue it on.
Yeah, I love it.
She got the Dom rub. It's a good
thing. She definitely got the rub.
Dom wrestling is like watching cars rust. Dom sucks. Dom sucks. If you smell what the Dom is cooking. JD is the Judgment Day's whooping boy. No, they're just fun to watch. And I think I can get Liv one day. She will answer my DMs.
Dude, I swear to God, that would...
Rewind's going to take her to the punishment bowl.
You would be a god in my book.
Do you ever doubt this man?
I don't. Yeah. I don't. After the stories I've heard that he shared with us, he's been so graceful with his time. I don't doubt you at all, my man. At all.
She's not old enough yet, Rewind. He does like the older babes, He's going for usually late 60s, early 70s.
He's going for Linda McMahon.
Maybe even a little bit younger.
I'm sorry, sir. Are you drinking Dr. Pepper?
I'm going to have your chugging contest with you in a second. I'm out of my beer here, so when we take our break...
You're out of your beer?
Yeah. My beer is gone right now.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 in here.
Well, I like them nice and chilled, so don't worry. I will be grabbing mine on our intermission so I can defeat you in a chugging contest.
Fair enough.
All right. So
now, are we poking a hole and chugging out of the side? Are we?
I think we should pour them in a glass.
We're pouring it in a glass.
Yes, in a glass. That way you can see who legitimately wins.
I got one. Okay.
Clear.
Okay.
They got to see who wins.
Okay.
That's why we got to put it in there.
How many beers?
How many what?
How many beers have you had?
2.
Okay.
I'll bring an extra one for you after, all right? Don't worry.
Okay. All right.
Jude, we're just drinking Coors Light tonight. That's it, man.
Silver Bullet, baby.
Coors Light. But you'll get the
beer. I still want to try your Fruit Loop beer, dude.
Okay. Fair enough. In a glass. You guys want a nipple for the
John stepped in the shit, too. That was not my recommendation.
only reason I said to put it in a glass is so we could see who wins the fucking
He
chugging
said you want a
contest.
nipple on it. That's awesome.
That's the only reason I said that was so you could accurately see. Because I could fucking pretend like I'm drinking and say, "Oh, I slammed it faster than you." I know you're a cheating son of a bitch. So
I am not Eddie Guerrero.
that's the only reason I did it, dude. He's like one of your all-time favorites. You lie, cheat, and steal. I can't trust you.
Oh no, he is your all-time favorite. That's bullshit. You know it.
Doesn't matter. We're doing it in a glass so we can see who wins because I'm going to whoop your ass.
That's fine. That's fine.
A big dirty glass like the Dropkick Murphy song.
There you go.
John age shames women. They age like fine wine, and after a certain age, they can't have kids anymore. I guess
smarter. If you like cotton webs, that's fucking gross.
He thinks smarter and harder. He knows he doesn't have to use any type of contraceptives at that point.
Ugh.
So
Ugh.
He's a man of many talents in life, and he knows that.
You will have many fish to pick from, Rewind, because I think we all share a different point of view.
All right, moving on. Main event, Bash in Berlin. Gunther is taking on Randy Orton. All right, so I'll kick it off on this. My favorite match of the night. These two worked a hell of a match. Very enjoyable. They told great story in the ring. I thought either of them could win at any point in time, even though I knew it was very predictable that Gunther was going to win. I was hoping WWE would pull a quick swerve and actually surprise people and have Randy pull out an upset here and get a RKO out of nowhere.
So I was watching this, but somebody shared a picture because they were actually at the event. Somebody sent a picture of Randy Orton holding the belt up. Mm-hmm. So I thought he fucking won. I was like, are you kidding me? I'm not even going to watch this now. So I was pretty surprised that Gunther actually retained here.
I know he just won it.
Yeah.
But they keep bringing up how many times Randy's been a champion. So that made me think that they were going to maybe pull a swerve and a surprise here and give Randy his 15th title run and then turn it back around in about a month and just have it go hot potato right back to Gunther, just to give Randy a little bit of a rub for another title run.
I don't think he should do that, though. I think Gunther needs a nice, strong run.
I agree with that, too. But I just thought it would have been good for Randy, and it would have been a good way to make it not predictable to some of the fans to pull a swerve on him, because their last few shows have become very predictable.
Do you think it was a mistake, Gunther not getting it at like a Mania or something like that?
I mean, he got it at SummerSlam, so that was a big deal.
It's a big deal, but
yeah. I don't know if it was me. I would have waited till Bash at the Berlin for him to get it.
It would have been the best spot to capitalize, right?
Yeah, he's from Austria, just right next door. He grew up in Germany, and that's where he calls home. That's where he's passionate about. That's where he made his mark in the business. Like, great. I'm glad that you gave it to him. He deserved it 100%. But it was just a few weeks ago, Survivor Series. You really couldn't have waited a few more weeks to make it at Bash at Berlin for him.
Sure.
Do some screwball finish in the first one, make it that they got to have a match to decide because it was a double DQ or some shit.
Right.
Give him it in his hometown. Would have been even more nuclear of a pop than he already got.
I agree.
But what great workers these two are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Randy's got to be on my Mount Rushmore, I think, of wrestlers. He's just one of the best ever.
I agree. Dude, the Mount Rushmore question is so hard.
It is.
It is. There's so many that you can put in that spot. But when I always boil it down, it's always best performer, most merch sales, most impactful, longest run. Those are the type of things that I look at,
Mm-hmm.
And when I look at it, like, Randy's had a great legendary career. I just never could put him on our Mount Rushmore. I couldn't do it.
I've seen it more lately with him. That's made me really think that, in my opinion, on mine, he belongs on it because he's just done everything in this business and he just continues to get better and better and better.
Well, let me ask you this. Let's do it now. How
Sure.
many? Okay, so are we doing like a five pick Mount Rushmore?
4.
4. Okay, go ahead. What do you got?
It's so subjective, like you said, because I would change it I could change it so many different times. If I was to have to go
John's all-time Mount Rushmore.
My all-time Mount Rushmore, Hulk Hogan, number 1.
That's number 1.
That's guaranteed. Okay. Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Randy Orton.
Randy Orton.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. I got to throw him in there. I really believe he's just one of the all-time
And that's
greats.
like your all-time top.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep. I got to put Orton in on it.
Yeah.
He just fits for me. He's done so much for this business.
Huh.
And it's hard because Macho might have been my number 4. Or my number 4. So I don't know. What do you guys think about Randy Orton? Where do you think he stands in on there? Let's see what you guys think of it. All right, let me get to a couple questions here. Linda McMahon is blue cheese aged fine wine and cheese. You guys like that one? RKO.
Blue cheese.
Gunther is Canadian. Gunther is Canadian? Not. No, he's not actually, Sean. Gunther is from Austria and grew up in Germany. So that's why this Bash in Berlin was such a big thing today for him, because that's where he's from. If it wasn't for Triple H and the fact that he could kill me, I would love to have some fun with Steph. She is a beautiful woman. Hogan, Stone Cold, Rock, Undertaker.
That's mine. That's mine to a T, Jude.
Right there. I'm only different on the one than you guys.
If you're a wrestling fan out there and you're not putting Hogan at the top every time, then what the fuck are you doing? I mean,
Sean, he didn't put him in his. He said Flair, Race, Brody, and Gino. Rand's going.
I mean, I see where you go with that, but man, if you're not mentioning Hogan on that,
Rand's going Savage, Piper, Funk, Angle, Undertaker.
But
interesting to see the differences.
What are we basing that off of? Like, you know,
it's interesting to see everybody's different flavors.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I don't know how you could not have a Mount Rushmore of wrestling without Hulk Hogan's face.
I would agree. That's not just as a Hulkamaniac. I would agree with that too. But hey, to each his own. Everybody's got
any of the other 3 you could change, but you got to have
Taz. Okay, Rewind's got his
Taz, Hook, and Taz and Taz.
Taz, Barry Horowitz, Mick Foley, and Stone Cold.
Did you say Barry Horowitz?
He did.
We can put you in touch with a guy that knows a guy. I'm serious.
He'll give you an extra pat on the back, Rewind.
There's a smell in the air that reminds him of different memories.
Where does it bring you back to?
Yeah.
What is that certain smell?
Smell of a certain food brings you back.
All right. Gunther, though, picks up the victory here. Great match. Great transition at the end, Richie. I loved the submission wrestling at the end and how Randy kept breaking out of the hold. And then finally, when you think he gets out of it and Randy's kind of celebrating a little bit, Gunther slaps him on the back of the neck, stuns him, gets him right into the rear naked choke again. And Randy does not tap out. He passes out. And
they had to have Randy pass out.
Yeah, no
He's
doubt.
The apex predator. It didn't hurt him in any way. I love the finish. I loved it.
Yep. Sean says it's based on wrestlers from my generation.
Okay, fair enough.
Hogan, Flair, Piper, Foley, and Funk. Okay.
Good one.
Gotcha. I like the pass out, though, too. Randy didn't tap. He didn't look weak at all. He took it to Gunther the entire match. A lot of people thought at certain points in the match that he might win it. Didn't. Gunther looked like the wrestling machine here. He never gave up on his finisher. I mean, I think they worked it for about 4 minutes. And for them to work just that ground wrestling where they're trying to get out of the choke, it was super exciting. It had you tense. You wonder what was going to go on during it. Was Randy going to break out of it? When he finally does, and you think he's good, and then Gunther just snaps right back up and hits that slap on his neck. Perfect. And I loved at the end where they had them shake hands at the end, actually.
Yeah.
Yep. I thought that was really cool. Randy gave Gunther the rub and the respect, and Gunther gave it right back to him. These two are phenomenal. I couldn't have enjoyed it anymore. It was one of my favorite matches this year.
There you go.
What about you?
I would say it was very good as well. I love that they had Randy Orton in this match. I think it's a great necessity to add that to Gunther's title defenses. I think it gives him a legitimate wrestler on his book now that he's beaten. And I think it was a great choice. And the match was phenomenal. It lived up to a great main event. We'll see what happens, man. I hope Randy Orton gets another crack at it.
Overall, what would you give it? Thumbs down, thumbs up, thumbs
I give it thumbs for the pay-per-view as a whole.
Yeah.
Pay-per-view as a whole, I didn't hate it. I'll put a thumbs in the middle.
Yeah. That's where I sit on this one. I can't give it a full thumbs up.
It had a little bit of everything.
Yeah, it was entertaining. It was just predictable. You know, if they maybe would have switched that up with a little bit more variation.
If there was a title defense that changed, like a major one, one of the heavyweight or the undisputed, if they would have changed one or threw a swerve, I think I would give it a thumbs up.
Yeah, it was close. It was teetering on it. Very good card overall, but just very predictable, lackluster a little bit for many of us. But hey, they always deliver in these European crowds, man. These guys deliver every single. They really set a
What
high
was your
standard.
What was your favorite match of the night?
The final match, yeah, Gunther and Randy Orton was my favorite one by a landslide.
Okay.
I'm just such a big fan of both of those guys that I don't think I've ever seen Gunther have a bad match. I can't remember one that
I
I've ever
haven't
seen.
watched him long enough to say that.
Yeah, I've been watching him for years. I don't think I've seen a bad match with the guy. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's had a couple of stinkers. I'm sure that's guaranteed probably happened. I've never seen one with him. Randy Orton's another guy. He can kind of work with anybody.
He can work with anybody.
Yeah, and he doesn't get enough credit for his in-ring talent that he puts in the ring. Yeah, he's not going to be doing flip-flops and shit, but this guy can just do everything.
One of the best spots I've ever seen in my life is that where Seth Rollins went for that curb stomp. He flung him in the air, hit him with that RKO. Still one of my favorite wrestling moments of all time.
Insane. The visual of it, the stills when they get of it.
One of the coolest fucking things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. And Randy's done it so many times with the RKO. Yeah. The shooting star press from Evan Bourne. I mean, you could go down the list. Randy can hit it on anybody anywhere. So Randy Orton's career, he will have another title run in there. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I think he'll have a couple.
Very well could. Very well could. Well, we'll see what they do next. The next one I think is Bad Blood, which I know Jeremy's going to Bad Blood. So should be a fun show. They always do something pretty good on all these PLEs.
We better get videos and pictures.
Yes. Well, let's take a little break here, and then we can get recharged. We'll reconvene here in about like 10 minutes or so, guys. And then I'm going to kick Richie's ass in a chugging contest.
We'll see.
Yeah, we will see.
We will see.
We're taking you down. And then we'll open it up as well for anything you guys want to talk about. We'll pop in a few topics, and we'll go from there. But hey, we'll be back in about 10 minutes, guys. Don't go anywhere. Get recharged. We'll see you in 10. All right, we're back in action. Sorry, guys, just quick break. All right, let's pee. Sean said, "Back to the Future ref with a rechange. Don't know where to go. Be right back." Stone Cold passed out from the loss of blood. That's why he never quit. All right, like it that you guys had the convo in between. All right, I'm gonna send this link out. If anybody's interested in coming on and chatting, we're gonna send this link out right now. You just got to click on it. Just have good audio and all that good stuff, if you can, please. Just so it's good. I'm going into a little overtime. All right, Rich, you're muted too, Richie.
Sorry about that.
You're fine, dude. You are
a little
fine.
buzzed. A little buzzed. Had about 4 or 5 now.
There you go. Rewind says, welcome back. Welcome back to everybody. We're going to go and discuss anything you guys are interested in. If there's a topic you want to talk about, drop it right in the comments, or you're welcome to come on the stream. I put the link out as well. Jude is here. I see already. Rewind is here.
Dude.
All right.
What's up, guys?
What's up, man?
on?
Rewind? What's up, brother?
Rewind? What's going on, fellas? How are you?
Good, and yourself?
Good.
Amazing.
Those skateboards are looking good, Jude. The beard's looking good.
Hey, John, I got your glass. If you
There you go. Dude, that's a God, Jude is a fucking man's man. Like,
bro, did you make that yourself too?
So
I
no,
hope so.
I wish I did.
Can you just lie to me and say you did?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's mine. Yeah. Patent pending.
Good woodwork.
That is a nice one.
It's even got, like, on the bottom, it's got the bottle opener and everything. So this is a one-stop shop.
It's got that Viking look to it. You know, you ever watch the show Vikings when they're
It
drinking
is a Viking tankard.
There we go. I knew it.
Yeah.
Skull.
Yep.
Yeah. John's gonna probably try and cheat, so I got me a see-through glass. So you see, I pour the whole beer.
Hold on. I got a see-through glass too.
Okay. How small was? Wait, hold on. Let me see that glass again. Your green screen hit half of it. That is not a full beer, sir.
Watch.
I didn't hear you crack that beer open. Say that out loud. I didn't hear you crack that
Look
beer
at that perfection right there, okay? You can't call me a cheater.
Your little half beer there, I'll give you credit for.
I have Jude and Rewind here that are fair critiques and judges right here.
I unfortunately
Get
ran
a
out
real
of
beer.
Coors Light. Got to fucking drink some Miller Light.
You know, I got some Yingling in the fridge actually, Jude.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. You ever get a chance?
Good beer from Pennsylvania for those who've never tried it.
If you get down to Pottstown, here in Pennsylvania, do the tour of the brewery. It's phenomenal.
Okay. We're gonna let that head settle.
I had it years ago before it became a thing in New York because I'd gone over to. I live right on the border of Pennsylvania, actually, dude.
Yeah.
So like, we'd gone across the border. We were hanging out one night, had it, delicious, loved it, and then eventually it turned over to New York, and it's one of the most popular beers around where I live.
It's a phenomenal beer. They make like 6 different styles there at the brewery. They make the Yingling. They make another one. It's called a Lord Chesterfield. It's kind of like a Coors Light. It's a lighter style beer. It's really good.
Sean says Jude won the chugging contest. Laza, good day, mate.
Yeah, you didn't even have to chug anyone with that fucking cup.
No. Tell me when you're ready, Susie.
That guy never ever gets old of being a man's man.
Never.
You call me Susie.
Yeah, Susie. Tell me when you're ready.
All right. Let me finish my first beer so you can have your half beer.
Half beer, my ass. That's a full one right there. Okay.
All right.
Full.
That's my acid reflux tablets.
Oh, he's got his acid reflux tablets for you.
I got a little head on this beer. I gotta wait.
What the hell kind of beer is that you pour?
Yeah, I know.
Has anyone seen the AEW All In after show party vids? I have not seen that, Rand. Have you guys?
Nah.
I have not. No.
Oh, Jeremy's back. Welcome back, Jeremy. Try a Blue Moon with an orange slice. Blue Moon is a good beer.
I'm not a Blue Moon guy. I Shock Top. I like that.
I have to ask. Rewind.
Yeah.
What do you drink?
I don't really drink. I drink maybe twice a year, if that.
What do you drink though?
If I do, it's just like like a Coolers or like a Stella. But I usually do rum and Coke if I go to a wedding. Not a big
Like a wine cooler, or did you say Coors?
Coolers, like Banquet. That's a good
okay,
tip.
okay.
Or like a Stella, but I don't really drink, so I haven't had a beer probably like 3 years.
That's
Wow.
good.
Oh wow!
you.
Don't be a heathen
I've drank your
bastard
share,
like me
trust
and
me.
Jude. Yeah, I
You
was gonna
can't-
say, don't be a heathen bastard like us.
You can't beat Irish Guinness. I love Guinness.
Oh, I
Guinness
can't
Guinness
do
is
it.
good.
You
Guinness
guys
is
like
good. You
Guinness?
With Australia, I do the Foster's oil cans. They're
Foster's,
phenomenal. Oh yeah.
Foster's.
I
I've
don't
had
mind
Foster's.
Foster's. I only had it once, but a lot of people in Australia apparently don't like it. They just sell it to the other countries.
Yeah, and we pay a fortune for the stuff. Boulevard beer.
I don't
from-
mind it.
Boulevard beer.
beer.
Never had that.
Has anyone had Stone Cold IPA?
No.
I have.
It's good.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. It's not great. It's good.
Not a big fan of like your craft beers and IPAs, to be honest.
I'm not an IPA guy, but
Me
I was so
neither.
excited to try the Stone Cold beer. And when I did, man, I even did the blessed them together and chugged it, and it was great. I loved it.
It's really weird to me because they taste like really fruity, and I prefer like if you're having like something fruity, you have like a whiskey with Coke or something, not like a beer.
Rewind. Do you drink the souls of the cougars that you love?
I don't think so, but who knows? You know,
He
Right,
might.
right.
it's a weird one.
How are we looking over there, Susie? I'm getting kind of thirsty.
Are you parched? Are you parched?
I really
Just
am
have a
here.
little bit more head here. A little bit.
Let me
think
see
we're
that
good.
glass that you got going on. Let
I
me
got a
see it.
gigantic glass here.
Gigantic.
Yeah.
That looks like an old pickle jar.
It does.
It is a mason
Yeah.
jar. It is a mason.
Yeah.
You guys want to take bets on who wins?
Oh, I already know John's probably going to win. There's no doubt about it. But I'm
I don't
definitely-
really drink though, so
You don't?
Gee.
no.
Okay, well, I might win. I drink.
I don't.
every
Like I said, I
Saturday.
don't really drink, but once in a great while.
Well, you are coming off COVID though, so I don't know. So it sort of evens it out a little bit.
He doesn't need any excuses, Rewind. All right, he doesn't need any excuses for this defeat.
John would definitely smoke me under the table. I think that. I don't know about drinking.
Oh, you mean with weed,
Yeah.
bro?
Yeah.
You're not
You,
even
you have
gonna
a
be in my
shamrock
league.
on your hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, you're
So
not
you
even
should-
gonna be in my league on the weed on the weed one.
What's that, Lazo? I hear you talking over there. What'd you say?
Yeah, I said, yeah, you have a shamrock on your hat, so that should be like your patch for drinking a heap.
It should give me like 10 horsepower in my sucking down skills with this alcohol. Don't get excited.
Yeah.
everyone.
Whoa.
They're actually Irish.
A little too late for that, buddy.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Are you ready?
All right, who's gonna be our timekeeper here?
Timekeeper? What do you need a timekeeper
Or
for?
our judge? Excuse me, our judge.
Just
Just
chug them
fucking
and go.
chug. All right,
All right,
go.
we're ready on. Who's gonna call it on 3?
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Richie got it.
John got it.
Oh,
Wait, Richie, there's still film left in John's. Richie went all the way. Green screen.
Your glass to see through.
Has John been paid
Still a
to
little
throw the
dribble in
fight?
there, boy. You didn't finish
Oh, this
that
is
beer.
a foam. Come on.
no, there's beer left in there.
Yeah.
I remember my first beer.
I was getting a little spillage going in on this one here.
Oh yeah, baby.
Boy, that tastes good though, and that's a cold one.
Yes.
Who's the winner?
Richie, all day.
Thank you, sir.
My foam at the end cost me. I would have.
Don't
Yeah,
worry.
I think Richie
We're
got that
gonna
one.
we're gonna a lot of these chugging contests in Vegas.
I debate John was paid to throw the fight.
That's
It was
probably a good point.
It was
They said
close.
that about Cerrone with McGregor.
Woo! All right, we're gonna have a little rematch on this one live then. Okay.
I'll do it
Rand
right now.
says you
baby,
want
and
to.
I'll do it with a
Rich
piss
won that
warm
one just
Coors
because of the
Light.
foam at the bottom for me. That's the only reason. I left a little bit. It's my fault. It's okay.
Specimen
Just-
cup. Come on, Sean. This ain't a This is a mixed drink mason jar, sir.
That's
Came
what I'm
with a
thinking
kit.
here. He cheated us. He cheated us a little bit.
I
All
did
right,
not
guys.
piss in that cup and drink it.
All right, guys. What is on your mind tonight, wrestling wise or anything wise? Anything that's you're thinking, Jude? Let me go to you first. What's on your mind tonight, dude?
So I did a little bit of research with what we were talking about the other day with the whole payrolls for AEW and everything. I was surprised AEW's payroll, and I'm going to say only, and it's going to sound weird, is only $104 million a year.
Woo.
Hmm.
Overall for everyone.
Overall for everyone right now, from everything I could see, is $104 million.
They've got a large roster
But
too. Go on their
they
website.
say, yeah, that's what I was just going to say. The roster says 192.
So the way that WWE does it, it's an over and under, right? So it's like 75 you're under and it's maxed out, right?
Maxed out at like well, I forget what I think their max years ago was $970,000.
Okay. So do you think?
But I mean, Roman Reigns is making
oh yeah,
I was gonna say
a
Brock's
shit
making
ton more than that.
12 million a year from what I hear.
12 million a year for Brock. I think Roman was at like 15.
Yeah, 15.
So,
Undertaker was at like 9, something
Punk's
like
at
that.
10, I think, a year, something like
Punk's
that.
at 10. Yeah.
And that's not including sponsors and shit.
So did they have an idea on WWE's payroll, Jude?
So I got mixed numbers with WWE's. For WWE's, one report I saw was 240. And then another report was like 300.
I could
But
see
then
that.
I looked at a little closer at some of the numbers, like went individually with different people. I'm coming up with about 270 to 260 a year.
A lot of dough.
But then you got to, well, here's the thing too, though. You got to look at throwing in, like they're throwing in their merchandising and everything with those numbers. A lot of those numbers.
Yeah.
And if you look at it, like WWE's merchandising is everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I mean, it is just everywhere. AEW, not so much. You know, so I mean, you're comparing apples to oranges at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
Between the two. You know, because WWE's been around for so long, but you got to look at it this way then too. This is the way I look at it. WWE's been around for how many years?
Long time.
Plus.
50, 60 years.
Yeah.
More than
Yeah,
that.
well,
Yeah, plus.
if you're talking WWF, the lineage is very long.
Right. But if you look at it that way, you're looking at AEW has only been around for 5 years.
Yeah.
And they're already almost at the halfway mark of WWE for payroll.
Yeah.
It's pretty remarkable, when you look at it.
I don't know.
Tony Khan gets shit on a lot, and rightfully so for a lot of the things he does. But if that doesn't show you Tony's commitment to trying to bring in new and fresh talent and different people and, give the fans a little of everything they want, if that doesn't show you, I don't know what to say. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. Tony Khan is, of course, rich as we could all hope to dream to be, but
Rich is his dad.
Yeah. I mean, he puts his money back into it and he's trying, got to give him credit on it at least.
Sure.
I give him credit for spending money, but he's spending money, but not getting the results.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, I got to be honest with you. I think AEW and Tony Khan have made the loudest noise in the room since WCW. I mean, we got to be honest about that. I don't think TNA's ever come close to AEW's stance against them.
No.
Nobody ever had the money though that Tony does to back them. Even the Carters, the Carters were billionaires and shit, but they were on a budget and they were very had a lot of financial constraints they put on them. At certain points.
Do you think that they would ever have an opportunity to even scratch close? I mean, 20 years down the road, let's say they pull this thing together. Do you even think they get a close second? I mean,
you mean AW?
Yeah.
I think they could. But it's not going to be with Tony Khan at the helm.
You don't think so?
No.
See, that's why I think that Shane McMahon would be a great tool to bring in.
You're never going to get rid of Tony. He's the owner of it. He's the one that it's.
But you need a visionary.
That's what I mean. As long as you get rid of Tony Khan on it, you bring somebody in that's got a good vision and somebody that can lay out a solid plan of trajectory for them over the next 3 to 5 years. I just can't see it ever beating them or getting close to it. If you get the right person in, though, I could see them doing it. He's got the money to back him. He could bring in anybody he wants, just about. He can do whatever he wants with it, without really facing any backlash. He just needs a more creative person there to really.
Problem is
engage
it seems
people.
like he doesn't want to step away from that.
Yep.
He doesn't want to give it up even a little bit.
I think he's like Vince, where Tony sort of does the Vince thing where he's good at the business aspect and he tries to have too much input creatively. At times he's probably not too bad, but he needs someone like a Pat Patterson, but he doesn't have that, and that's what he needs because that's what has helped WWF with various creative people. Like Vince would struggle where he would be good at the business, but he wasn't always so good at creative. But at times he'd get by because he had like decent people. But then there was other times where he'd try and have too much say creatively, and it wasn't so good. And I think that's the issue with AEW and Tony. You need to have someone who Tony's like a filter. You need to have someone who's more creative.
Yeah, you need a balance.
Gotcha.
Like, look at Paul Heyman. He couldn't balance a checkbook, but he's creative as a motherfucker, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was the
Paul
downfall.
Heyman's a fucking genius.
Yeah, but he couldn't balance a fucking checkbook. So when Todd Gordon left, it was sort of fucked. Like,
Paul Heyman made a bunch of meth heads, shine in ECW. I mean, straight up. I mean, that was a total carnival over there, like full of drug addicts and shit.
You ever look at
He
the
picked up
chicks?
Sandman off of a construction site.
Yeah, and made him one of the biggest ECW legends of all time.
Yeah.
Right,
I was watching a video of, was it Francis or Francine? Dude, if she never got an ECW, she'd be a stripper at Trailer Park. You know what I mean? Same, like, all the chicks there were just like...
You got to give it to Paul Heyman. I mean, what if he would have had the funding of a Tony Khan and had the wrestlers and the talent that Tony Khan has, and Paul Heyman was at the helm of that? I mean, good God. You'd
have been watching ECW's Bash at Berlin today.
You would have. I mean, Paul Heyman is just that damn good. I mean, if he had the money behind him, that's what I'm saying, man. If I were Tony Khan right now, and I'm being straight up, like I would throw money at bringing Paul Heyman over. I really would.
Paul gave I can never say his name properly. Gave the person Paul mentored who helped with ROH and Evolve. Gave Spicoli.
Sapolsky.
Yeah. Yes. He'd be pretty good as well to bring in, just because he sort of has a more history of like some of the people currently in AEW, like the more modern stuff. But like Paul Heyman, Gabe, I reckon would be the go. Bring them into AEW.
I just could never picture him doing it. He's never leaving WWE at this point in his life. I don't think.
Is there?
After his Hall of Fame speech and the way that he just strummed Triple H's strings with that.
Yeah, total jerk off.
It'll never happen.
Triple H for sure.
It'll never happen.
Yeah, no.
I just don't know who AEW could bring in to really take them to the next level on the creative aspect right now. Like, I really don't know who it could be. I mean, when I watch Dynamite,
you say Jim Ross?
Jim Ross.
Dude, he's old.
He doesn't have the mental capacity anymore.
Dude, he does not look good at all.
No, he does not look good.
He's got more days behind him than he does in front of him. That's for sure.
Yeah,
he's gone backwards ever since his wife passed away.
Yeah. It's sad to see.
Yeah.
I mean, if you watch the show, though.
Yeah,
Oh, it's okay, Laza. I mean, if you watch the show for AEW, they definitely have some exciting parts to it, for sure. It's like, if they could just piece it together and structure it a little differently, like, they could have some really compelling programming because they have a hell of a roster over there. Like,
they do.
I really am rooting for them. I want to see them succeed because it's better to have more promotions like this than not enough. Like, who
I was went all silly where the bloody screen thing tried to come on, so that's why I cut out.
Oh, no worries, dude.
You know who I would get if I was Tony Khan to help with creative? Bubba Ray Dudley.
Oh man, that's another good one.
I would pick him up, and I would pick up Tommy Dreamer.
I don't know about Dreamer. I don't know about Dreamer.
No,
I think he does some hokey shit, man, himself. I don't think he's ever.
I think that if you put him and Bubba together, I think if you made Bubba the top guy, your top creative guy, and then you had Tommy Dreamer kind of helping out, but everything filters through Bubba.
Yeah,
be perfect. It would be perfect.
Yeah. Bubba's fucking smart, dude.
Bubba volunteered for free to do it because he wanted to help them out. He's like, listen, you don't need to even pay me. I'll do it for free. He was on Busted Open. He's a big staple on that show. Tony used to come on the show every week with them, and then Bubba offended him one day by not kissing his ass, and he never came on the show again. So Tony's too pig-headed to ever listen to the advice of other people. It's like Eric Bischoff you see with him too. I know they go back and forth, and Eric's not always the easiest one to be around, but Eric was over there. Eric has never. Tony was being disrespectful to him first. Eric's the guy he should be picking his brain on what not to do. You know, what to do. How do you do it?
What to do. Yeah,
you know,
if you ever get a chance to listen to what Bubba Ray Dudley says that should have been done with the Wyatt Six, it would have been hands down phenomenal. He didn't want them to wrestle until WrestleMania.
Yeah. Yep.
He's like, keep him out of the ring. To WrestleMania is a slow burn. Like if you take it that long, but he said I wouldn't have put him in the ring. Then you would have
people chomping at the bit to see these guys debut finally at the.
And could you think of the entrance?
Oh
the entrance they would have did at WrestleMania? Like,
they shit the bed with this Wyatt Six thing, and I'm telling you, the only way to fix it is probably the way that I laid it out. I don't see, Uncle Howdy has to be a singles competitor now. There's no way around it.
I remember Bubba Ray, and he was talking to Eric Bischoff mentioning, and I'm not sure if it would work, because I think Cody had a fair bit of creative before he left and fell out with AEW, but they said Dustin Rhodes. Well, that would be an interesting one because he has background helping train young talent and stuff like that as well. Have him do a bit with creative.
Dustin Rhodes is a great trainer. He's a great in-ring worker. I don't see him at the helm of creative.
No.
Smart guy, though.
I reckon he could, but it depends. I don't know if he'd be that great, like in regards to he'd probably be learning the ropes, but like he doesn't have a track record, but he might have like a bit of dusty. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah. I don't know, man. I would throw, if I were Tony Khan and in his position, I understand Paul Heyman has loyalty to the WWE, but like the $1 Million Man says, man, everybody's got a price. Everybody's got a price. If you want to keep this thing going and you're hemorrhaging money, then why not throw all the money at the fucking wall you can to get this guy? Because he's a fucking genius.
If I was Tony Khan, I would have never let Cody go.
Oh, yeah.
I would have did everything I could. Because now Cody Rhodes is the face of WWE right now.
He is.
100%.
I wonder what the backstory is.
Gave your visionary away.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was the brain that was filtering Tony Khan.
I wonder what happened. Yes, yeah, I wonder what happened between them, because nobody's ever come out and said what happened to really break that relationship up. I wonder what happened. What was the catalyst to make Cody kind of leave his own creation and go jump back over the WWE?
I really think it boiled down to money, and I think it boiled down to CM Punk coming in. I think that kind of bothered Cody, that he was going to ride second fiddle because they gave that second show to CM Punk. Mm-hmm. And I think that him booking himself into a corner of not being champion and finishing his story, really hurt him over there. I really do.
Cody has said in multiple interviews, he's been asked what happened with him, Tony Khan, and AEW. And his answer all the time is, I'm not going to answer the question. Go talk to Tony.
Mm-hmm.
It's always been the answer. Now, there's been rumors here and there. One of the biggest rumors was Brandy.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, Brandy and Tony Khan had it out.
Are you
backstage?
Serious?
Yeah, from what I've heard, read, and like looked at different things, like different reports and different stuff like that.
That's what it's about.
Mm-hmm. That's the going rumor currently that has started since Cody left AEW, is that Brandy had it out with Tony Khan over Cody.
Cody was kind of defending his wife then.
So from what, if you look at some of the information that's out there about what possibly happened or whatever,
the hypothetical,
is that the hypothetical, yeah, because there's all kind of rumors is what happened, but the ongoing one that I've seen is because of Brandy and Tony. But from what I understand, is Cody made some demands,
mm-hmm.
and basically Tony Khan went, "No, this is my company, not yours," and Cody went, "Okay," and he knew that his stock was high.
Mm-hmm.
So he could jump, and he jumped.
Cody's a fucking genius too.
He's a businessman.
He's a businessman.
He is like his dad. I think Cody is more like his dad than
not a
Dustin
cheap suit. That's a businessman suit. Mm-hmm. Straight up.
Another fella I thought of was he sort of has a hit and miss record, but I reckon he's probably underestimated. And some people probably cringe to I mentioned, but I reckon he could be someone that could be worth giving a shot to regardless, and that's Jeff Jarrett. Because he has like...
I don't hate it.
I think people are going to think this is an unpopular opinion. That's fine. I've never seen Jeff Jarrett have the wheels to kind of create things. You know, he didn't do it in TNA. He's never been a big star. I don't see it. I don't like Jeff. You know, I watched a documentary of Vampiros, and Vampiro was producing the show, and Jeff Jarrett was in the background, and he was a drunk, and no pun intended, I'm drinking a beer right now. I'm just saying.
That's when he was throwing the tortillas at the Mexican crowd, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about with that. Yeah.
Yeah, the nail in the coffin. And
wasn't he throwing the tortillas at the crowd or something in Mexico?
Yeah.
And Killer Cross was going to kill him because Jeff was being a bit of a dickhead.
Jeff Jarrett does not need to be around any sort of creative of anything.
I think he's cleaned himself up. That was when he went downhill because there was like a lot of stuff going on. Yeah. But yeah, like he's had a hit in his background.
There was a story out that Killer Cross was actually going to kill Jeff Jarrett.
He was actually going to whoop his ass in that video.
In that video, yeah.
He was taping his hand up like he was getting ready, like Undertaker status. He was getting ready to whoop Jeff Jarrett's ass.
That was a sad sight to see when you saw that. That was sad to see that somebody got to that level.
Cross would have killed him.
Cross would have killed him.
Yeah, I think Cross was doing the whole I'm going to be like the stand-up guy where I'll sort of get favor with the locker room where I'll jump in, and that was probably trying to get brownie points for Vampiro, but like in the video, Jeff was like drinking. He's like, I hate you to everyone, but he's just being a bit of a drunken idiot. But then I think Vampiro was sort of trying to back off a bit from Jeff because he respected him, and Jeff was just being a drunken old man. But then I think Cross was also trying to step up to the locker room where they shouldn't have to put up with that.
Yeah, I would agree, definitely. Question from Jeremy here, guys, to everybody. If you had the ability to go back in time and have ringside seats to any wrestling event, which one are you picking and why?
Dude.
Questions for everybody. I'll keep it up there for everybody.
Who are we starting with first? Let's go with Rewind first.
Rewind. You've been quiet here for a minute, so let's hear Rewind first. Ringside seats, any wrestling event. What are you picking and why?
WrestleMania 14. That's Austin and Michaels, right?
Yes.
30? Yeah, because they were my two favorite wrestlers at the time. And you had Mike Tyson. That's who I'd go with.
Cool moment.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Great moment.
Laza, what about you?
I'll probably go WCW Uncensored 99.
Really?
Why?
And the reason why, it's probably my favorite wrestling event, ironically enough, because they just had like some matches on it, like with some of the ECW guys that had joined WCW, and the way they set it up that I found interesting. I've never been able to put my finger on the pulse. Like in some ways, people would say there's probably better events, better stuff, but just the setup of the whole card I found interesting with like the excitement of it. And then even the main event was like a barbed wire cage match or something between Ric Flair and Hollywood Hogan. And then having like the way they match made Mikey Whipwreck versus Billy Kidman, and they had like Raven, Bam Bam Bigelow and Hack, and just some of the matchmaking and stuff of the ECW guys, they done really well. And just the general matchmaking.
Okay. Jude, what about you?
I was fourth row whenever Undertaker made Mankind fly off Hell in a Cell.
Oh my God.
Dude,
you get cooler every day.
Redo
man.
it. I would redo that, and I would still sit in the fourth row, man, because it was just whenever they got close to the edge of that cage.
How old were you when that happened?
Oh shit, I don't even remember. I was drunk.
I was drunk.
Old age affects the memory.
It does. I forget what year that was. I don't remember.
I think it was when they flew off the cage. 98.
I think it was 98. Yeah, so I would have been 21.
21.
Young Jude,
22.
huh? Nice.
Young Jude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
young me, no beard. Yeah,
97 or 98 that was, I think.
Boxer
yeah, I
Jude.
think,
Yeah, King
yeah,
of the
that was
Ring
boxer
night,
meat. But
Dude,
man,
that's
whenever they got
badass.
close to the edge, and it was like they got to the edge, and Undertaker literally, you could see him like put his head down on Mick's shoulder, and you could
didn't
tell that
wanna
he was
do
like,
it.
"Are you sure?" He didn't want to do it. No, he didn't. Like if you watch him
Yeah.
in interviews, he's like, "I didn't want to throw him off." He's like, "Mick made me."
Yeah.
He said Mick told him that if he didn't throw him off the cage, Mick was going to throw him off the cage.
Oh, okay.
And Undertaker was like, "I wasn't going off that cage."
yeah.
But man, whenever he grabbed him by the back of the pants, I was there with a buddy of mine, and I tapped him on the shoulder. I went, "He's going to throw him off there." And he went, "What's he going to land on?" I went, "The fucking floor."
Yeah.
Awesome.
And man, when
What
he
an epic
tossed
moment
him,
to be a part of, dude. That's
and when
badass.
he
He's
hit,
going
because it
through
was
his
on our
nose
side.
there.
Yeah, because it was on our side because the commentators were right in front of us. You can actually, if you watch the pay-per-view, you see me like 2 or 3 times in there.
Badass.
But when he threw him off and he hit the commentators table, I mean, it sounded like a damn bomb went off.
What was the crowd's live reaction? What were you guys saying at that moment?
Silent.
Silent?
When he threw him off, it was like
He's
you
fucking
heard
dead.
everybody go. You heard everybody go. And then it was quiet for about 5 seconds.
He's fucking dead.
And
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah, like the one guy in front of me, I forget if it was his wife or girlfriend, I forget, but she was a nurse. And she's trying to get through the crowd to check and make sure he's okay.
That's awesome.
And like everybody was looking around, and then everything stopped. Like everybody stopped. And then you saw him roll. He rolled over. Mick Foley rolled over after he woke up because he was out. I mean, he was completely out. And he rolled over, and that's when the crowd just went crazy. I'll tell you what, the biggest pop of the night for that is when Mick Foley got off the gurney going to the back.
Oh,
Come
yeah.
back
He got
in.
off the gurney, pushed Terry Funk away from him, and was going back
He
into
said,
the
"Get
ring.
the fuck off me."
He said,
Hold
"Get
my
the
beer.
fuck off me." Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
got
The king of the
got
deathmatch.
choke slammed off the top through
Yeah.
the top of it.
So when they were on the top, there was stuff you could hear it going pop, like it was popping.
Yeah,
was the
those
zip ties.
Yeah, the zip ties.
It was the zip ties popping. And whenever he choke slammed them through it, and it went through, there was probably 40 or 50 of them that you
Pop,
just
pop,
saw
pop, pop.
fly up. And oh yeah, they were like, whose idea was, hey, we're gonna put this together with zip ties and hopes, okay? You
It's
know?
like you might as well put bubble gum up there.
Yeah, but that pay-per-view, just that one match, man.
What
I,
are they-
Back out. Main event, he came back out too. Didn't Foley come back out with a chair?
Yeah.
The match ended. Yeah. Crazy
Yeah.
motherfucker. Yeah.
Tooth
Yep.
in his nose and everything.
when his
Yeah.
tooth, like
Yeah.
you can see him
Oh.
pull up and do this and just yank,
Oh,
and it was his tooth. You know, man. You can't beat that one.
That was from the chair, right? Because when he chokeslammed, the chair went through and hit him when he landed,
They
right?
hit him in the face.
The
Yeah,
The chair hit him in the face. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it actually went through his lip into
Oh.
his nose.
into his nose. Yeah, yeah.
would have been a sight to see Terry Funk get choke slammed out of his shoes.
Here's the thing, though. Nothing was supposed to happen to Terry. But and Undertaker says this in his one-man show, is that Terry Funk went over to the Undertaker and went, "Mick's still out. Do something."
He choke slams him.
He's like, "Shit, okay," and just,
All right.
I mean, he just
Improv.
wrestled with Terry. Yep, improv. And both
Improv.
his shoes, dude, both shoes went. It was funny as shit.
Did
What a
Funk
good
walk back
movie.
out with no shoes when he went back up? He had no shoes on, right? Or did he grab his shoes?
When he
I
walked
don't
out,
remember.
Yeah, after he soaked him out of his shoes and he went back up and the match started, did he grab his shoes or just went back up without his shoes?
he went back out without his shoes. I don't remember him going
I
to
always
grab
wondered
his
about
shoes.
that.
Terry went home
Yeah.
on his flight the
He's
next
not
day
like
with
Donald
no shoes
Trump. He
on.
didn't care about his shoes.
Yeah.
He didn't care about him. Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Jeremy's going with for his. He says War Games '92, the most violent version of War Games. So much blood. Great War Games too. That was
Mhm.
the Dangerous Alliance versus Sting Squadron. Good moments there. What about you, Richie? What about if you could go back to any wrestling
I would
events?
go to Lucha Underground Ultimate Lucha 1, and I would do Vampiro versus Pentagon Jr. It's now Penta L0M. That one for sure, but it's a tie. I would do that one, or I would do Stone Cold's retirement match against The Rock.
Good picks.
Yeah.
Good picks.
Yeah.
I have trouble narrowing this down, so I'll give a few. My number 3, Mega Powers Explode, I'd have to go to. I would love to see that live in person with Macho Man and Hogan. Number 2, one of my favorite matches of all time, Hogan and The Rock, seeing that at WrestleMania, just being there for that would be amazing. But my number 1, I want to see the most epic moment in professional wrestling history live. I want to see it front row. I want to be right there for
Joe
it.
Hendry's debut.
Oh, no. I wish.
I'm just
I
kidding.
wish.
Hardworking Bobby Walker.
Hardworking Bobby Walker's match without a botch in it. So I got to go with I want to be there for Bash of the Beach 96. I want to see Hogan turn on WCW. And I want to see the creation of the NWO.
You would have cried, though, dude.
I would have cried my eyes out as a kid at the
You were a
time.
little
I
Hulkamaniac.
cried, dude.
You cried?
I was 6, and we were so poor we couldn't order the pay-per-view. But you could back then you could listen to it where it's all scrambled.
Yes.
I listened to the whole pay-per-view.
Like the radio.
Yeah, I listened to. I had to be 6, and I cried so much. My mom told me I had to stop watching wrestling. It affected me too much, and that made me cry even more. That's like one of the you talk about memories. That's the one that burns in my head. It affected me so fucking much as a kid.
That's why he has the punishment bowl, man. He's like, fuck.
He's never overcome it.
Fuck Hogan for that.
Yeah,
I always say,
seriously,
man, the memories, man. The memories are what that you'll remember that forever.
Dude, I still remember it like it was yesterday. I was fucking bawling.
I went to the first. I went to the Elimination Chamber, the very first one. One of the coolest experiences of all time, because nobody knew what the fucking Elimination Chamber even was.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and when we were seeing those guys come out and the way they set that up and everything, and my friend's dad wasn't even a wrestling fan, and he's sitting there saying, "Fuck Goldberg, fuck you, Goldberg." Like, it was so much fun, dude.
Him and everybody else was saying that.
Oh my god, it was such a blast, man. That was one of my favorite moments live.
And
the Punjabi prison was cool too with the Undertaker.
How could you even see in that thing? Everybody I
couldn't.
know that's
You
seen
couldn't.
it. Yeah.
You couldn't, but it was so cool. You were
Yeah.
a part of it. The entrance was better than the match.
Yeah, I've heard so many people that have narrated their experience seeing a Punjabi prison match, and they said it was the worst thing ever for anybody live. You can't see any. Yeah.
But you know what? Every time that I went to a wrestling event and the Undertaker was advertised, I would lose my fucking voice when he would come out, dude, because I'm telling you, anybody who has seen him live and his entrance, that's all you need to see for the night. It is so epic and so, when they say it gets cold in the arena, that's not an exaggeration. That shit, everybody is just capitalized on this fucking guy. It's crazy.
Funny, in his one-man show, he says that people talk about his entrance being too long and taking too much
Fuck
time.
that. It's perfect.
He said there was a reason for that.
Mm-hmm.
He said that if he knew that the match was going to be just drizzling shits, he said I would take longer during my entrance because people paid to see me. He said, and my entrances were so
epic.
Cinematic. He would take longer getting to the ring if he thought the match was going to be shit. Mm-hmm. He said, if I went to the ring fast, it was going to be a great match.
Yeah.
He said, if I took my time, it was because it was going to be a shit. He said, now, the one time that didn't work is whenever they set him on fire. Mm-hmm. It was during the Elimination Chamber that they set him on fire. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, he said the longer the entrance, the match was going to be shit.
I saw him versus Gangrel and Viscera in a handicap match on SmackDown. That was my favorite entrance I saw of his. He came out nice and slow. Everything was cool. And, dude, I'm telling you, I feel bad for wrestling fans today when you go and you spend your hard-earned money and you don't get to see The Undertaker. Man, that must suck really bad.
So you've seen him live, Richie Jude. You've seen him live, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. What about you, Les? Have you ever seen Taker live?
Oh, me?
Yep.
No, I haven't. I've seen Kurt Hennig and Tatanka and One Man Gang on the Superstars Wrestling Tour.
Oh, Kurt Hennig. That's badass.
Yeah.
I haven't seen
and I had Shane Douglas because at the WCW Nitro in Brisbane in the crowd, and you know how he done the in-crowd running? he was like not far away from me, and I saw him run in. He basically passed me his seat doing the in-crowd running, which was cool.
That is cool.
Nice. Rewind. You never been to a live WWE show, have you?
No, when I was a kid, they never came to Portland. I've been to a Portland wrestling show when I was a kid, but
Rewind, I'm telling you, we're gonna get wrestling with reality. We're gonna get all of our fucking guys together, and it's all gonna be to get you to your first event. Straight up, I want to do that.
All right.
It's such a.
Where are you at? Rewind.
I live outside of Portland, Oregon.
That's not bad.
You're, Pennsylvania, right?
I am about 2 miles away from State College.
Okay.
So
and then Richie's Arizona, John's New York, and Laz's.
Whatever we got to spend, man, I'm out there.
Brisbane.
Yeah.
Shit, for Laza, like that would be a whole experience for
Where's
we got to plan this out like one year, like we all go to an event, make like a weekend out of it or something. Just get everybody together just for a fun time. Cool, it really would. Like,
hey, I'm just throwing this out there. WrestleMania is in Vegas next year.
Dude, that's right in my neck of the woods. That's my favorite vacation spot.
I love Vegas.
I'd probably go
in October.
To go to Vegas, not so much because modern WWE I'm not as into, but like just for Vegas alone, WrestleMania in Vegas, like you mix both together.
I'm just saying, guys.
I almost got arrested at Glitter Gulch.
Did you?
Oh yeah.
For what? Did you take your clothes off or what?
No, I shoved it. I was.
Did you dump on it?
My wife and I went, and I've never been this drunk. I was so drunk. Oh my god. And I decided to put a dollar bill down a girl's shirt that didn't work there.
Oh,
and her husband was sitting right beside her.
Oh man.
And she didn't want to be there, and she's complaining she wanted to leave, and I'm like, come on, honey, just calm down here. I shoved the dollar bill down her shirt.
Just calm down.
I didn't have the beard at that time. All I had was a little goatee. But yeah, I shoved the dollar bill down her shirt, and her husband took offense to it.
I wonder why, Jude.
Yeah, I know.
I wonder why.
Damn,
Jude didn't get an invite to DomCon that weekend.
No. I sobered up real quick, and they threw him out and let me stay.
Nice.
So.
And you were the offender.
I was shoving. Here's the thing, from what I remember, I was shoving dollar bills down people's shirts that I didn't care.
Everyone's like, yeah, I still got
dollar for you, dollar for you, dollar for you. Yeah.
Funny.
My now wife was with me for that. So yeah, it was fun.
Rewind, have you ever been to Vegas?
Yeah, once like 10 years ago.
She was cool
fun,
with it?
yeah.
She bought me lap dances.
Oh, dude. Jude's a little party animal too.
You're earning more cool points with them tonight.
Man.
So Rewind, you've been there before too?
Yeah, like 10 years ago. Yeah.
What did you think?
It was fun. I got fucked up. Fucking, it was fun. Lost a bunch of money.
Yeah, dude.
See, it's not
Go to
too far
Disco
out.
Inferno strip club.
I got super sick coming back. I flew back, and I've never been that sick. I don't know if it was a plane or from Vegas, but I remember I was fucking.
It was Vegas.
I was
It was definitely
You needed a fucking penicillin shot after
I
being
ate
in
a
that
couple
place.
of them, dude. It was fucking.
So me and John have this pack that we're gonna do when we go out there in October, right? And we're going to the Strat. Does anybody know what you can do at the top of the Strat?
Jump off it.
You can jump off of it. We're gonna jump off of it.
They have an elevator. They have an elevator too.
I know.
I have no problem doing it. I'm not afraid of heights or anything like that. I've already bungee jumped before, so
I've
I'm not afraid of heights.
I've fast roped down helicopters. I've rappelled. I've never jumped off of anything like that where it's just a free fall off of a skyscraper. So that's going to be an interesting one for me.
What do you guys?
With me, it's not heights. I'm afraid of edges.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of stop at the fucking bottom.
What were you saying, Rewind?
What are you guys going to Vegas for? Just a vacation, or are you guys doing something, or what's going on?
We're doing so. Me and John, we've known each other for a while now, and we haven't met up in person. He lives in New York. I live in Arizona, so this is going to be the first time we meet. He's going to fly out here October 10th.
Yeah, we're going to be coming out right before Columbus Day.
So I'm going to pick him up from the airport. We're going to take some videos for you guys. We're going to do a road trip out to Vegas. And, we're going to have a great weekend. We're going to have a live stream for you guys and all that stuff. So it'd be fun, man.
Nice.
May sound silly, but I can't help think of the Martin Scorsese film Casino when you mention
Great
Vegas.
movie. Great
And it
movie.
puts me off like Vegas. I keep thinking bloody casino.
I'm
What
not
was that,
cheating
John?
on any hands. I'm not getting my hands broken, Richie. Okay, I'm not cheating.
What
for you.
was the Johnny Depp movie? What was that?
Fear and
one?
Loathing in Las Vegas.
Oh, that was funny
Fear
as.
and Loathing.
You just got to take a shit ton of acid if you want to live that.
I ain't
out.
taking acid, but I'll definitely
No.
drink a fuck ton of
Viva something or other, and he's in like Las Vegas, and he's off his chops throughout the whole movie,
beer.
and he thinks he's seeing dinosaurs.
Hunter S. Thompson was a crazy motherfucker.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it'd be fun. I would love to get everybody together for a show. I've never been to a pay-per-view, surprisingly enough. I've been to everything else. I've never been to a pay-per-view. Yeah, I don't know why. It just never worked out, to go to one for a pay-per-view. So
Personally, I think we should all meet up in New York. They're always there. We could go to the Wrestling Universe where they have all the autographs.
Madison Square Garden.
We can hit the pay-per-view, whatever's there at that time.
well, you come to the city and I'll show you guys around and have a good time. It's always a fun time. I've never been inside, so surprisingly enough, Madison Square Garden either. I've been around it a million times. I've never been inside of Madison Square Garden. I've always wanted to go
I
in.
fought there.
Did you really?
Fought at Madison Square Garden, like a
My
boxing match.
My last match was there. Yep. I was
Did you
32.
win?
You boxed at the Garden.
Wow. What was
32
that
years
like?
old. An experience.
Yeah.
An experience. That was a good one to say, I'm done. So
This guy becomes more of a man every day in my eyes.
Fucking fought at MSG.
Jesus Christ.
yep,
That's
that was the
huge,
last
dude.
one. Fourth
Was
round
it a big
knockout.
crowd?
So it was about half. I mean,
Okay.
it was bottom bowl. They say bottom bowl.
Is the audio as good as what Austin describes? No. He always
No.
says like
It
the
echoes.
volume in that place is just beautiful.
So if it's full,
Yeah.
I could see that. But like I said, they only had bottom bowl full for that, and yeah, it was an experience. It got kind of handed to me. I was a fill-in for someone,
Mhm.
and yeah, it was an experience. That was my last one though. I got out because I was smart. 32 years old. I'm done.
What a fucking experience and way to go out, though, fighting at Madison Square Garden, the most famous arena in the world, probably.
Did you
Yeah.
ever take any serious injuries? Did you break an orbital?
I only lost 3 times.
What was your record?
You only lost 3 times? How many
27
times?
and 3.
What's your weight class?
I was light heavy, so I boxed around 145.
How
So you
tall are you?
said 27 and 3?
27 and 3.
How much
Wow,
do
was
you
that
weigh now?
amateur or pro?
Amateur. I was all amateur.
That's still damn
I never-
good, though.
Going
How much
pro, nah.
How much do you weigh now?
So right now I weigh 235,
And how tall are you?
6'1".
God damn.
So
That's cool, though.
I would not
That's
suggest
great,
anybody
God.
boxing ever.
Could you still throw down if somebody? I mean, do you still
Like
have
they
any-
say, I'm not as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was.
There you go.
The Undertaker, the Undertaker, man. I mean, I know it's a song, but that was my favorite.
Here's the
moment.
thing: I might not be as good as I once was, but we're both going to the same hospital.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I love it. Love it.
Doing pad work and the exercise stuff's hard enough.
Yeah,
Pad
true
work.
to
People
that.
think that whenever you hit a heavy bag or anything like that, oh, you're just hitting a bag. You're not hitting it right.
You know, my favorite thing to do, Jude, my favorite thing is the reflex bag. I love it. I have my own. It's my favorite tool that I use for cardio. And I'm telling you, man, if anybody out there is trying to get some exercise in, get you a reflex bag. It is so
That'll
much
do her.
fun. Yeah.
Dude,
Is
even
that what
Joe
you use for
Rogan
your
did,
acid
dude.
reflux, too?
Bro, I just schooled your ass in chugging beer.
School.
mister.
I missed a
I
splash at the end, okay?
Oh my God.
I
You were
missed,
beat.
I missed a splash at the
Come
end,
on,
there, right?
hey, come on, John. I took my lashings. You gotta take. You
Fucking
lost, man.
clowns.
The whole group said you lost.
Rechug contest on Tuesday, all right?
I'll
There
chug
we
this
go.
warm piss beer right now.
Rechug contest on there. We'll do it again the next time. Jeremy says the most interesting man in the world for Jude, and he
Yeah,
agrees that we
for
should all
sure.
meet up. He says you guys are
Apparently,
like
I've got some boxing heritage in my family, but I don't know much about it. But apparently, my uncle won like the Golden Gloves.
Oh, nice.
I can
But,
picture Blackjack Laz as a scrapper.
He's
in his,
just
in his
throwing
day.
it in there.
Yeah.
Well, my last name's Johnson. I think there was an African American boxer, Jack Johnson.
You got some
But,
black in your heritage, or?
But I'm white. But yeah, I think there's like a few people boxing in his family, but I don't know enough about it. Apparently, my grandfather was a battalion champion, but I can't clarify it.
Huh.
Which is pretty cool.
Very nice. Rewind. Have you prepared for us on Tuesday a
punishment bowl?
Yeah. So my idea was I shot you an email. I'm just gonna read some DMs because I got a lot. Dude, I got so fucking many. So many.
Dude, that's gonna be fucking epic.
And if I meet up with them, I talk about the date we had, and I can just read crazy ones. I was thinking about maybe at the end of the show, like right for the entrance or the outro, would do that. Be the best. Yeah, I got a bunch of crazy ones. I got so many.
Oh my god, I'm so excited for the punishment bowl.
Shit's gonna be epic right there. I tried boxing once. I went to sleep and decided not to do it again. Our Truth and Co. I'm excited to hear this segment. He was excited the night after. He sends me the thing, right? He sent Jason shoots me an email. He's like, I got an idea. I want to run it by you on it. I was like, I fucking love this idea for the punishment bowl that he's got.
Well, I was thinking about like I don't know how I don't know if I can just go into stories. I don't know what to do. So like maybe we'll just start with DMs and we'll go from there.
Do anything you want.
Let's do it. Dude. You get a segment. You're an honorable person on here, man.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
The show doesn't go through without the great listeners.
And we'll open it with Taz's song every time.
Again, I don't know
just to get you in the mood.
Start the heartbeat in the background.
Yeah.
Boom, boom.
Should I make him up like a custom video to lead into the segment, guys?
Please.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not.
We could CGI.
Dude,
we could CGI, or we can get AI to do a Rewind's face on Taz's body.
Hell yeah!
Jeez.
Hell yeah! That's some dominatrix shit right there.
Hey,
Rewind, send me a selfie, buddy. I'm going to do this.
Yeah, Rewind is going to say, email me a picture. I'll make you up a custom video intro for your segment.
He needs to put a towel over his face.
I have an idea in my mind right now, but Rewind, I need a picture of you, okay?
All right, let me see it first. All right, let me see it.
I'll send it to you first after I do it, okay? I'm not here to embarrass
John always gets the approval first from you.
Always. I never put out anything without the approval of the person. So
I just
we'll never
feel like Taz's huge body, my small little fucking head. Not
gonna no, I won't do that to you. No. I'll make a custom intro for you for this segment that will knock your socks off.
We'll make an anorexic Taz.
We might have to hear some whips and chains and it lead into like Staples music.
I don't like no whips and chains.
Gold dust might be a little better than Taz.
Oh. Yeah, I think we did tell him that last week, Jerry.
Yeah, wanted to like Taz's theme song of the whips and chains.
ECW theme War Machine by Kiss.
Yep.
I've never heard that version of it.
I haven't heard that one either.
All right, I never heard that one of it. I just know his Survive. If I let you,
yeah,
Punishment Bowl is going to be a hell of a segment.
That was in ECW.
I think it's probably going to be our favorite project. Like that's going to be epic, dude. Seriously.
We're gonna one of our markets is gonna catch the Punishment Bowl segment and
we're gonna get kicked off the air for sure. The radio.
They're gonna catch it. They're gonna catch it right at the end when it gets juicy and be like, oh, shit, I was watching a wrestling thing. What the
right?
fuck?
You know? Talking about the Punishment Bowl.
Set up like GTV.
Rewind tell a story about all those skateboards in the back that he uses as paddles on it.
Fucking the Punishment Bowl is gonna make Ric Flair sweat, dude.
Oh god!
Funny thing is, I see your one board back there, Bam, Westchester, Pennsylvania, where he was from.
Yeah,
he is actually banned from there. Him and his family for everything that they did in that town. Yeah,
no.
They're not allowed into town. They have ordinances against them.
Dude, he raised hell, dude.
Yeah,
he's gonna be out here next week. I kind of want to go down there and meet him.
I have a friend of mine that actually skated at his castle in Westchester.
No shit, that's rad.
Yeah. He skated there, and like, I guess Bam was supposed to be there at like 9 o'clock in the morning to like kind of do like a meet and greet that he won. Yeah. I guess he didn't show up till like 4.
Probably what he was drinking.
Probably high as a fucking kite. Yeah.
You can't.
But he said he met him. He said he was a really nice guy. But yeah, and the reason why was because he snuck in to Westchester and then snuck out because he can get arrested for being in town.
That's
Like
crazy.
they're that serious about it. All the trouble that he caused there.
He's already still, but he used to just give random people the code to his gate to get in. If you met someone once, you just give him a fucking code. He didn't give a shit, dude.
Yeah, he didn't care. Yeah, because Phil and them don't own that anymore.
No.
Oh, really?
No, one of Bam's friends owns the property now. Like,
wasn't there two houses? There was his house, and there was like Castle Bam, and then like he got rid of his house and kept Castle Bam.
He kept Castle Bam, but there's a big, like an indoor skate park that he has there.
Yeah, the huge park. I've seen a lot of videos.
Yeah. So
it sucks what's become of him, man. I hope he gets his shit figured out. I don't want to see him be one of the celebrities that dies.
Well, one of the reasons I bought that was I bought it like 3 years ago. I'm like, he's gonna die soon. He's gonna shoot up and probably
He is
fucked
gonna die.
up, but it's true.
No,
Rewine's like, I'm gonna make some money off this bastard.
Right.
300.
My favorite board you have there is that zero board, though. I think that's sick.
By Game of Thomas,
Yeah. My favorite deck that I have, it's in storage right now. I was a big wrestling figure collector. It's got all the Hasbro print on it. It's every Hasbro that's printed across it, and then Zack Ryder signed it. I won it in an auction from him. It was pretty dope. So yeah, it was a pretty cool one.
Dude, I got so many, dude.
Yeah.
I don't have room to put them all up.
Let me get to a couple comments here. He says, I don't care when we meet up. I'm following Jude around. Man is a national treasure.
Fuck yeah, all of you guys are.
When is trivia night at WCW? We'll probably do trivia night in maybe about a month, Jeremy. This week, we're not going to do any like trivia or fantasy booking this week. We're just going to do a topical. And then the next week, I think we decided we're going to do the
entrance theme songs.
the entrance theme songs contest that we'll do the next week.
Now, are we doing 5 or 10 seconds of a song? I feel like 10 seconds is too long.
Too much. We'll do like 5 to 7 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're not going to do that this Tuesday. We'll do it the next Tuesday. So in 2 weeks, we'll do that one. And then I think we should do we'll probably get to trivia in about a month or so, Jeremy, for WCW. So
Where's Jeremy from?
Georgia.
He's a big Georgia boy.
Get a Darby Allin skateboard.
Yeah, fuck Darby Allin. I don't get that guy.
I don't like Darby, dude.
He's a 2024 version of Spike Dudley. I don't fucking get why everyone loves him.
I'm actually shocked that you're saying that because I thought Darby Allin. I thought Darby Allin would be your new like modern favorite.
Fuck him, dude. I don't get it.
Wow.
He's literally a Spike Dudley of this generation.
Are you
He's
serious?
not believable. I don't fucking get it. He's a crash dummy, dude. Fuck him.
Who's got a better look overall,
Holy
Darby
shit.
Allin or Hook?
Hook, dude. He's
Oh god, yeah.
Hook looks like that little
James
troll
Dean.
I used to put at the end of my pencil that had the spiky hair.
Then what is
He
Darby
has a
Allin? His
douchebag.
little troll? Like Darby Allin's smarter than him, dude. I don't like. At least Hook does judo or fucking wrestling or some shit.
But does he really?
I don't know. But
Darby Allin's like one of Richie's favorites. Rewind.
Is he
loves
really? My
Darby
bad.
Allin. You know what? Darby Allin. The reason why I like him so much is he actually wrestled out here in the AZ local scene at I really enjoyed him, and you know what? He's so cool with the fans and stuff. He's not one of those guys that like rushes along and I gotta go. Like he sits there until everybody's gone. So as a person, I respect him, and as a performer, I respect him. And he, as a small guy, you have a hard way to make it. You have a hard time making your way in wrestling as a small guy like that. So I respect him a lot. Is it crash wrestling? Yes. But you know what? The guy has a way of like his promos and stuff. He has a way of articulating a story, and he's a storyteller. I really respect Darby Allin a lot.
I'm sure he's a nice guy and he's great with the fans and everything. I don't like his style. I don't like his look. I don't like the face paint.
Fair enough.
Can't fucking barely stand on a skateboard. Like he has no style. He looks it's whatever.
Right on. Hey, it's okay.
Rewind's no longer going to crazy glue thumbtacks to his face anymore like he had planned to because Darby did it first.
I thought he was like an ECW style guy, so I figured you'd like him, and then with the skateboarding shit, so that kind of shocks me a little bit.
Nah, he's like the Spike Dudley of this generation. That's my opinion.
Right on. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what would your opinion be
Rewind.
if Taz decided to be his manager?
Well, he needs it. Taz should be his manager.
Fair enough.
Then again, like Darby Allin had Sting as his mentor, and that didn't do a heap for him. Like Sting looked good, but did Darby look that good?
I thought Sting elevated him very well. I thought Darby got elevated pretty well.
Talked about taking the title off of Daniel Bryan.
Really? Do you want that guy as your face of your company?
I wouldn't, but
he's
a
crash
good
dump,
hand.
dude. Like, I don't know. I don't get it.
He's a good hand. You know,
Yeah.
he's going to kill himself if he doesn't slow down.
I was just going to say that. Get what you can out of him.
He probably isn't going to make it to 35 at the rate he's going.
He's Mick Foley turned up to like a 20.
One Sting left. I haven't seen much done. Even though Darby Allin did have like a real life accident, I haven't seen him do much outside of his run of Sting and tag matches. Like something needs to happen where, like Jeff Hardy, he sort of gets an edge.
Well, they've been building him back up again over the last few months since he came back from that injury, and he just had that big role and All In. So,
I thought Darby Allin's best match was against Cody Rhodes. I really do.
Yes. Yeah, that was pretty good.
It was a great match.
I like that.
Yeah. Ricky Purcell shot in a robbery in San Francisco for the 49ers. That's their rookie,
Damn,
right?
That's happening all too often with these football players.
Can't people just be nice to one another nowadays and not do this shit? Come on. That's terrible. I hope the kid's okay.
And shoot yourself in the leg.
Yeah. I hope the kid's okay.
I didn't even take any notice what was said.
One of the 49ers young players here got shot in a robbery in San Francisco last night for football.
Huh.
Crazy. Terrible. Well, guys.
Doesn't surprise me with all the drugs nowadays.
Oh, yeah. And the crime everywhere. Well, guys, it's going to do us for our time tonight. We had a nice, fun, impromptu conversation. We appreciate all of you joining us as always, and we'll see you guys on Tuesday, okay?
All right, cool. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for coming on, guys. We'll see you Tuesday.
One serious question before I go.
Hit us with it.
If we ended up catching up in New York, what's the best place to get the best slice of pizza?
Got to go to the city. Got to go to the city. I couldn't tell you the best place. There's so many good ones. But if you came into my town, I could take you to my two types of favorites. I actually like a pizza with American cheese on it, surprisingly enough. It's delicious. And
it's Altoona pizza.
Does Altoona do that too?
Altoona pizza.
Okay.
They put the slices of American cheese. Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Dude's already like, I'm going to fucking go get some right now.
Yeah, it's good. And then the authentic New York style pizza. But I'll be honest with you, I almost like Chicago style just as much as New York pizza.
Oh, that's heresy.
I know it is to New York.
Rewind. You got good pizza out there?
It's decent. So my ex used to go to New York once a week for work, or once a month for a week for work, and she said the pizza was just as good as New York. So I don't know. So
well, I'm gonna tell you right now, me and my wife, we just got to experience the birria pizza. I don't know if y'all have ever had birria meat, but it's freaking delicious, man. It's a Mexican pizza, and I'm telling you, if y'all ever come out to Arizona, I'll treat you to that. It's amazing. It's like a taco, and then you dip it in this like ramen juice. It's amazing.
What?
Yeah, dude, it's so good. I'll send you a picture next time I have it. It's amazing. Yeah.
Here in Brisbane, we don't have anything that's that great regarding Italian. My favorite place is a commercial place, and you're going to laugh, John. It's called New York Slice.
There you go.
That's my favorite pizza in Brisbane. That's how bad it is.
One of my favorite pizza places in my town that I live in, which there's so many good ones in my town, but one of my favorite pizza places is called New York Pizzeria too here. So nice. We used to go there on our lunch break all the time. At my office was maybe 2 minutes away, by car, but 5 minutes by walking. It seemed we would walk over there usually at lunchtime. You get a 2-slice combo for $4.50.
Oh yeah,
and that pizza place
that's the pizza's my favorite food in the world to eat. I could eat pizza all the time. So
yeah,
my favorite spaghetti, but I haven't had a decent spaghetti for a long time.
Well,
I absolutely love spaghetti.
I'm a Chinese food guy, man. That's my shit.
I can only eat that shit once a year.
Really? Oh, really? You don't like Chinese?
No, once or twice a year. I got to be in the mood for it. I can't stand it, dude.
Are you a sushi guy, Rewind?
No, I mean, no.
Only if it's old women.
Oh, man.
You're not wrong. It's funny because every time I go on a date, I ask a chick what kind of food they like, and almost every chick will say the same thing in the same order: Thai, Italian, and Mexican. So I have spots for all those places.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
At least you don't get drug out to the sushi place. Do you guys like sushi?
I hate
depends on the sushi.
Okay.
I can't do raw sushi, dude.
Okay.
If you deep fry that shit, I'll eat it all day.
Yeah.
Okay. Rewind.
I probably like the non-authentic, like sushi more than the authentic, to be honest.
I find it repulsive, and that's just me. Same. I can't do it no matter what. I've tried every different type. Everybody's like, I tried this type. No, it tastes like all the same to me. I'm not into it. And I
made
love
the
Asian
mistake
food.
of having calamari the first time.
You haven't had calamari?
No,
Oh, I love
was the first
calamari. That's my
time
favorite
that was the
seafood.
first thing that I tried,
Okay.
and it was raw, right? And fucking this girl that I was with at the time, she's like, "Yeah, I tried. It's really good." I tried it. I'm like, "The fuck?" Yeah, we didn't work out.
Jeremy said he had one of those pizzas the other day. He's talking about the I think the Chicago style. There's a place in Athens I loved. It's called Full Blooded Italians. Japanese food's my favorite though.
ECW group, full-blooded.
Apparently in
smell-
Georgia, or yeah, I think it's Georgia. There's a shop that they have that's run by Australians. I saw a video on, and they're selling like the Aussie style meat pies, which we adapted from England.
There
I
you
love
go.
how you guys
Or
call them
Britain.
meat pies.
Meat pies.
I love
Now,
that.
if you guys,
They're pretty
how many of
much-
you guys have eaten deer meat?
Oh, dude, come on, Jude. Come on now.
All the time. So
Elk and deer, baby.
Dude, the
Got a
backstrap.
freezer
Yeah.
full.
Are you a hunter?
If it's got 4 legs and fur, I hunt it all year long.
See, that's why we have a connection, my man. I'm a hunter myself. I love the Second Amendment. I'm the
Yep.
same way.
We got well, here's the thing. My job that I do, I'm actually in charge of our ATF compliance
Oh my
where
God.
I work.
You're getting
so-
cooler every second, dude.
I collect guns, man. I got
Me
a
too.
boatload.
Me too. John will tell you.
So-
I got plenty.
Yep.
Got
Muzzleloader
about
season
25
comes up
now.
here in a couple weeks here. So
Nice.
Jeremy's a deer meat lover. What about you, Lawrence? Have you eaten it?
I've never had deer. I've had kangaroo.
Okay.
Is that
That's
gamey?
badass. That is so
And,
cool.
How is kangaroo?
the-
How does it taste?
Is it gamey?
Best way to describe it, yeah, probably is gamey. Is
You have
if you
to
use
box
the
it to
beef,
death.
you'd probably be like, "Oh, this is a bit weird," but I'd probably say it's like a combination of beef meets duck.
Duck.
You say dog or dog?
Duck.
I
So
haven't
it's very
tried
gay.
it's
dog.
from
I've tried.
Australia rewind, not Taiwan.
My bad, dude.
Yeah, it's not Vietnam.
No joke.
We may as well be though. Like we've got heaps of people from communist countries living in Australia.
Dude, my favorite food out here in Arizona
Jeremy's
is
had
elk.
kangaroo jerky. Okay.
I wish I could give you guys the delight of elk burritos. They're amazing.
An elk,
Elk meat's
burrito.
really good.
Oh my god, elk meat is so
Oh,
good. You
okay.
mix it with eggs and cheese and bacon, dude. Oh my god.
We
I've
have
had
elk
bison
in
as well.
Pennsylvania. We hunt them off of a lottery though. You have to get into a lottery
Same here.
to get a tag that way.
Same
So,
here. Nope.
Well, guys, good conversation tonight. Thanks for joining us as always. We'll see you guys on Tuesday, okay?
All right, cool. Thanks, guys.
No,
Hey,
it's been
thanks,
a
guys.
pleasure.
Been a blast
Yep.
as always.
Have a good one.
All right,
later.
thanks, guys. All right, Richie, that wraps up another wonderful show tonight. I'm going to close down the green room for everybody backstage. So if you see me closing it down, I'm just going to shut it now. All right. Richie, fun time tonight on a Saturday night, a little impromptu talk. We're talking late here on the East Coast, 1 a.m., past 1 a.m. actually it is here on the East Coast. So my old ass actually made it up pretty late tonight.
Yeah. And I beat you in a beer chugging contest according to the
Fucking
group.
asshole.
That
It's
was
gonna-
your little
I just
salty on
didn't.
that.
I just
No.
didn't fucking see a little
No.
foam at the end.
That's
Okay.
all right. It's all right.
All right, you get the victory. Rematch on Tuesday. Okay.
That's fine. with
We
me,
need to get one of
buddy.
those beer hats and then just do a chugging contest one.
Anytime. I'm okay with it.
What about
It's gotta
some beer pong in Vegas?
You want to play beer pong?
And I will fuck your world up in beer pong.
Oh boy. Oh, we got some
Over,
challenges.
Game, set, match, done.
Buddy,
Over.
I'm here to play some beer drinking games
Let's do
and
it.
chew bubble gum and kick ass.
And I'm fresh out of
And
bubblegum.
I'm fresh out of bubble gum. That's awesome, dude. Hey, I just want to say, everybody, thank you for showing up for the impromptu show. I've had a great night tonight. I've had fun. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, absolutely, dude. I've had fun. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for stopping in, coming live with us. And we got a lot of good content coming up. You guys remember that Wednesday, We're having a special episode with Mr. Jesus Rodriguez. He's got 3 Legacies Wrestling School that he's going to talk about. We want to break that down. He's also had some interesting walks in life that we can get some advice from, I think. Get your questions ready. Whatever questions he's available to ask, we'll get those asked for you. Legendary manager of Alberto Del Rio. How cool is that? We're going to get to talk to him. You guys are going to get to talk to him. I'm excited for that show. I know John is too. We're going to have our regular show on Tuesday. We're going to knock that out of the park as we usually do, have this round table of discussion. We're having fun, man. I appreciate all you guys, and I appreciate John. This is a fun ride that we're on, man. We have a great community, and we're going to keep this thing rolling.
Jeremy says, man, I haven't stayed this late in a minute. We need to do one of these Saturdays once a month.
And cheers to you.
2:30 a.m. for Rand on the Canadian East Coast. Loran said Sunday, 3:14 in Brisbane. Wow. Look at that. I like that dedication. No, I really enjoyed this, like a little masterpiece theater type thing that she's, Saturday night, we just talk about whatever, is on our minds. It can be wrestling topics, non-wrestling topics. That's the fun of the show. That's what we get to do. So 100%. We're going to have a fun week. We got lots of fun stuff coming down the line here. Many, many good things. And I'm definitely down to do one of these more often on the weekends here and there. Yeah. We'll do some, like we've talked about before, maybe some live watch alongs.
Well, beers with your buds.
There we go. I like that. Just keep it casual and fun and have a good time and kick back. I'm going
to tell you right now, Jude came in clutch with that mug. I got to get me one of those, dudes. Like, that was badass.
Dude, it was pretty fucking cool, man. That's why I noticed it was like one of those Viking ones that they drink out on all the time.
I want a bullhorn. Drink a beer out of that shit.
Yeah, man. All right, everybody. We'll see you guys again on Tuesday. Thanks again so much. We really appreciate it. We hope you guys have a great rest of the weekend. Sir. And we'll see you guys again on Tuesday night for our normal stream around 9:15, 9:30. So Jude's got you, he said he can hook you up, Richie.
Cool, man.
All right. Well, sounds good, guys. We'll see you on Tuesday. Have a great rest of the weekend. Enjoy the rest of the Labor Day weekend for those who are celebrating it. And we'll catch up with you guys on Tuesday. Have a great night. For Richie, I'm John. We're out of here. See you on the next episode of Wrestling with Reality.